I know you're might upset that Shorty has been kicking up his heels, running around with girls, staying out late. But he's a guest in our house, and you can't just throw him out.
You're right, Jed. Maybe I hadn't ought to do it.
Good.
You do it.
Now, Granny.
Well, Jed, it ain't so much Shorty staying out late and running around with girls. He's old enough to know what he's doing. But he's a bad influence on Jethro. He's got him doing it, too.
Jethro's up in his room.
He is?
Yeah, I just heard him in there taking a bath and getting ready for bed. And here comes Shorty home, and it ain't even 10 o'clock.
Well, I'll be.
I'll just hustle these up to his room so you don't have to apologize to him.
Thank you, Jed. I appreciate it. And I was wrong to lose my temper.
We all make mistakes.
Treat 'em mean, treat 'em rough. Here comes Shorty with the stuff. Hollywood Shorty, that's my name. A hugging and a kissing, that's my game. Come on, Jethro, time to swing. 2 guys apiece, ring-a-ding-ding. Don't wait up for us tonight. Won't be home till broad daylight.
Like I said, Granny, we all make mistakes. And I just made a whopper.
Morning, Pop.
Morning, Ellie. That act sure sounds like you're getting a workout.
I ain't never seen such wood chopping in all my life.
I gotta give Jethro credit. Out all night and chopping wood before breakfast.
That ain't Jethro. It's Shorty.
Shorty? Why in the world is he doing Jethro's chores? He was out all night, too.
Can I rest you a little bit now?
Keep chopping.
Granny, have a heart. Look, I got blisters on my hand.
You'll have them someplace else if you don't get back to work.
Easy now, that rock salt and bacon rind smart.
Hey, what's all the noise out back?
Granny's making poor little Shorty do all of your chores.
Yeah, she got him chopping wood.
That's a terrible thing to do to a fellow that was out all night. It woke me out of a sound sleep.
Well, Jethro, am I glad to see you.
Did you chop all this wood, Shorty?
Every stick of it. Granny's been holding that shotgun on me for 2 hours, making me work my fool head off. Will you take over?
Sure, I'd be glad to. I'll watch him, Granny.
He makes a break for it. Give him both barrels. Salt his shanks for him.
I will.
As quick as he splits all that wood, I want him to spade up my tater patch.
I'll see he does it.
Jethro, after last night, I thought we was friends, pals.
We is. Hop to it, pal.
I'll guarantee you one thing. Hollywood Shorty ain't going out tonight.
The way you're working him, he'll probably go to bed right after he gets done eating supper.
Correction, when he's done washing dishes. When I'm through with that bushy-faced little banty, he won't want to go no place but back to the hills where he belongs.
I feel awful sorry for poor little Shorty.
Me too, but ain't no use arguing with Granny.
When she makes up her mind about something, she ain't easy to talk out of it.
About as easy as talking a bulldog out of a bone. The best thing we can do is to be extra nice to Shorty. Kind of make up for Granny.
I'll do it, Paul. I'll be real nice to him. I bet you might have taught her chopping wood, Shorty.
I'll tell you the truth, Ellie Mae. If the warden's deputy wasn't holding a gun on me, I'd go over the wall.
Jethro, you put that gun down and go chop that wood so Shorty can rest.
Did you hear that, Shorty? Is that funny? I'm sitting here with a shotgun, and this dumb old girl cousin of mine thinks she can order me around. Is she dumb or is she dumb? You're dumb. D-U-M, dumb.
Don't mess with him, Ellie Mae. He's big as a moose and twice as strong. Appreciate what you're trying to do. No, don't tangle with him. Oh, I can't look.
You can look now, Shorty.
Like I said, Shorty, she's dumb. Awful strong, but dumb.
Don't you call me dumb.
Well, you are. How do you expect me to chop wood hanging up here?
Granny around?
No, come on in, Shorty.
Listen, Jed, I'm going down to Miss Drysdale Bank and draw out my money.
How come?
Well, this Hollywood nightlife's kind of expensive. Them 4 girls last night cost me a bundle.
Was them girls from Mr. Drysdale's secretarial pool?
No, that's what you call go-go dancers.
Go-go?
And before I knew it, my money was gone. You know, when I was dating them secretaries, Mr. Drysdale's, things was different. Them girls was so crazy about me, they spent their own money.
They dropped you kind of sudden, didn't they?
Right in the swimming pool. And just 'cause I said I like to play checkers.
Don't hardly seem reason enough.
It's true. They're clustered around me saying what a perfect husband I'd make, and like a darn fool, I confessed I had a weakness.
What a husband he's gonna make for some lucky girl.
He sure is.
Like, wow. He's absolutely perfect.
Now, wait a minute, girls. Let's be honest. Nobody's perfect. I got my faults just like anybody else.
Not you, Shorty.
No, it's true. I got one overpowering weakness.
Well, what could it be? Tell us.
So I told them about my craving for checkers, and they just picked me up and throwed me in the pool.
Sure is puzzling.
Excuse me, Chief. These girls are here from the secretarial pool to collect their bonus.
What bonus?
The bonus you promised us for being nice to Shorty Kellums.
You threw him in the swimming pool. You call that being nice?
But that was after you told us he didn't have any money. We were being absolute dolls, and then you called us aside, remember?
Party's over. That clown hasn't got $200 million. He's got $200.
Oh.
Get your things. Back to the bank.
Oh.
Girls, I didn't get to tell you my weakness. It's checkers. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night with an overpowering desire for a game of checkers.
Okay, so I told you we didn't have any money. You didn't have to throw him in the pool.
We settled for that. Gloria wanted to drown him.
Girls, you've just used up your coffee break. Back to your desk.
No bonus?
No bonus. Scram.
Oh. You know, you're a bit of a rotter, you are. I was counting on a few extra pounds to help me out.
You're from England.
That's right, London.
Oh, and you'd like a few extra pounds?
Oh, I'd love it.
Eat lots of starchy foods.
Chief, that was the cheapest, rottenest, most despicable act I have ever witnessed.
Thank you. I feel if a thing is worth doing, it's worth doing well.
Shorty? Can I talk to you a minute?
Kid, I gotta get down to the bank before Granny catches me. She'll put me to work.
Granny's upstairs changing all the bed.
She's gonna make me do the laundry.
Well, she's going to be busy for some time.
All right, what do you want to talk to me about?
Shorty, that $1,180 that you got in Mr. Drysdale's bank, that's your life savings.
Yeah,
Well, you don't want to spend all that on women.
I don't intend to. I'm gonna take the $800 I got for the Silver Dollar City Hotel and reinvest it.
Good.
I'm gonna buy the Beverly Wilshire Hotel.
I don't think I'd count on getting that for $800. That's a big rascal.
If I have to, I'll go to 9. Cash talks, Jed.
Shorty, let's call Mr. Drysdale and meet with him. He's awful smart about money matters.
All right, but I'm still taking my money out of his bank. Only put it in 'cause the secretary's so sweet to me. Now they've turned sour, I'm getting it back from the old miser.
Mr. Drysdale? Mr. Drysdale? This here is Jed Clampett.
Oh, yes, Mr. Clampett. What can I do for you?
Could Shorty Kellums and me come down to see you?
Why, of course.
Listen, I know you got a secretarial pool down there.
That's right.
You tell them 4 girls of yours not to throw me in it. They like to drown me yesterday.
That the reason you and Mr. Clampett are coming down here?
Yeah.
Well, listen, if I get them to call and apologize, will that satisfy you?
No, he's coming down to draw out the money.
What?
The whole kit and caboodle.
You right down, Mr. Drysdale.
Mr. Clampett, don't take your money out. Mr. Clampett, I'm sorry your friend got thrown in the pool. Please, Clampett.
Never mind the sweeping, Ellie. Shorty'll do it after he's done with the washing and ironing.
Well, Shorty ain't here, Granny.
What? Oh, yeah. I forgot. Listen to that little goomer go at it. I took him to the woodpile at dawn, and he ain't slacked off yet. He'll be ready to go back to the hills any time now.
Well, that ain't Shorty chopping now, Granny. It's Jethro.
Jethro, don't tell me that boy is out there doing work of his own free will.
Well, not exactly. There's a friend of mine standing guard.
Hey, how about I take a little rest? All right. I was only asking.
Jethro!
Oh, Granny. Hey, I'm getting awful tired. Will you please ask Ellie's ape to let me take a rest?
You big overgrown bubblehead. If you was stupid enough to let a dumb animal buffalo you, you deserve to get tired.
Hey, you know something? She's right. You's just a dumb animal. I'm an intelligent human being. I done evolutionized clean past you. All you got going for you is instinct. I got the power to reason. You know what I just reasoned? I ain't chopping no more wood.
I tell you, Ellie, your cousin Jethro is the biggest nitwit that
Ow! Ow!
Jethro, what happened?
That ape of yours blasted me, that's what happened. That crazy dumb animal.
Bessie ain't dumb.
She is too. Awful good shot, but dumb.
Girls, angels, beautiful goddesses, I beseech you, let bygones be bygones. Have mercy on an old man.
All right, that's enough. Let's forgive him.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I feel cleansed and purified in the gentle rain of your kindness and mercy.
Chief, I should like to clasp your hand and say that your humility is touching and a sign of true greatness.
Thank you. Girls, angels, now that I have humbled myself and you have forgiven me, might I ask just one small favor?
Sure. What is it?
Well, just in case Mr. Clampett and his friend, Mr. Kellums, come to the bank, and mind you, it's 1,000 to 1 chance, but just in case they do show up, will you be nice to them, especially to Jed Clampett?
Who's Jed Clampett?
He's the funny old geezer with the torn hat and raunchy clothes who talks with a hillbilly drawl.
He has $90 million.
Right.
He's that distinguished-looking gentleman with the casual wardrobe and darling rural accent.
Please be extra nice to him.
What's in it for us? Do we get a bonus this time?
Of course. A bonus of my undying gratitude.
Try again.
The gratitude of the entire bank.
One more time.
The satisfaction of having performed an act of loyalty.
You're not reaching us, Governor.
Wait a minute. $100 apiece.
Nice going, Ducks. You just reached us.
Howdy, everybody.
There he is.
You living doll.
Sweetheart. Dreamboat.
Done forgive me for liking checkers. Girls, you missed me. Here I am. Girls. You know something, Miss Hathaway? Once you're branded as a checker player, you're through in this town.
So
plenty room on my lap, Gloria. Now, listen, girls. What if I was to tell you I'd never play another game of checkers as long as I live? I never seen anybody carry a grudge like them four girls. Oh, Mr. Drysdale, I'd like to draw out my $1,180, please.
Fine, fine. How much Hathaway take Mr. What's-his-name down to the cashier and get him his money?
Oh, just one question. What do you reckon one of these big Beverly Hills hotels would cost?
Oh, 20 or 30 million?
Dollars?
No, cucumbers.
Just my luck. Papa's got his whole farm in corn taters. Girls, what if I'd say I never had played checkers? Just ain't my day. Dad, tell me something. Is city women generally as fickle as them girls down Mr. Drysdale's bank?
Well, I wouldn't know about all city women, Shorty. But I got to admit, them four is fickle. Friendly, but fickle.
So, Hollywood Shorty, it ain't enough that you led Jethro down the wrong path. Now you're taking Jed out, hooting and hollering and running around with wild women.
Granny, we just went down to Mr. Drysdale's bank to talk a little business.
Oh? Since when did Mr. Drysdale start wearing lipstick?
I think I better go wash my face.
Hold on, Playboy. You got something to wash, too.
Me?
You.
You can now rest a minute.
Keep scrubbing.
That fly soap of yours is awful strong.
Maybe it'll wash your sins away.
It might could. It just took 2 fingernails.
Granny, we got a washing machine out there.
I got one right in here. Hold the gun on him, Jed. I'm going out back, stake out my garden. I'm gonna have him plow. Quick as he's done ironing.
I'll watch him.
Kid, if I'm going to do any plowing, I want to do it back home on Papa's farm, where there's room for a couple of 100 acres of cucumbers. Things are worth their weight in gold.
Shorty, speaking of your papa's farm, that's going to be yours one of these days soon, ain't it?
Yeah.
You ever think about getting married and settling down back there?
Sure. Trouble is, I doubt if any of these city girls would want to live there.
I'll marry a hill woman. They make the best wives anyway.
Oh, but you had these city girls that's a doggone much prettier.
Mr. Joe, has Granny got you doing the washing?
I'm afraid so, Ellie.
Well, you just sit down and rest, and I'll do it first.
Oh, bless your heart, Ellie Mae. You're a sweet thing.
Shorty? Besides being sweet, wouldn't you say that Ellie Mae is kind of pretty?
Prettiest thing I ever seen.
Well, she's a hill girl, born and raised there.
Now, doggies, you're right.
You take my word for it. Hill girls can be just as pretty as city girls any day in the week.
And a heap better workers.
And not so fickle.
Jed, you done opened my eyes. And I'll be beholden to you forever.
How? Come here quick.
What is it, Ellie?
Shorty Kellums has asked me to marry him. I found this here note under my door.
My dearest, darling angel of the hills, I have been a fool, running around with city women. But now my eyes is open. And I know that you is the only one for me. Will you marry me and come live on my papa's farm? Yours truly, Donald J. Kellums, Jr. P.S. I would have proposed in person, but I couldn't get up the nerve.
What should I do, Pa?
You just stay out of sight for a while, darling. I'll talk to Shorty about this.
Hey, Shorty. You better hurry up with that there iron. Granny's laid out a garden for you to plow. Must be 2 or 3 acres.
Jethro, that has got to be the meanest little woman that ever lived.
Shorty, you mind coming over and sitting down for a minute? You and me has got something serious to talk about. Jethro, why don't you run get my ramrod and gun oil? I gotta make sure this old double barrel's in prime working order.
Yes, sir.
Shorty, the angel of the hills just showed me this proposal you slipped under her door.
You ain't mad, are you, Jed?
Oh, I'm pretty near as happy as she is.
She liked it, did she?
She can't hardly wait for the wedding.
And she won't mind coming back to the hills with me and living on Papa's farm?
She loves the notion, Shorty. Pure loves it.
Jed, this is my lucky day. I'm the happiest man in the world! Congratulate me, Jethro. I'm marrying into your family.
Is that true, Uncle Jed?
Sure is. Shorty put it on paper and slipped it under his lady love's door. Congratulations, Shorty. Granny's gonna make you a dandy wife.
Yeah. Did he say Granny?
That's what he said.
Oh, Lordy. I slipped it under the wrong door. I blew it.
Where you going, Shorty?
Oh, Jed, I would.
Yeah, I see you're about to leave. You wasn't fixing to run out on Granny, was you?
No.
Oh, I bet I know. You're going back to the hills to fix up that old farmhouse for a honeymoon cottage, and then you're going to send for your bride.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Shorty Kellums, where are you going? You come back here. He ain't running out on that plowing job. I'll get his tires as he goes through the gate.
Now, Granny, leave him be. He's going back to the hills like you wanted.
Wonder what made him decide to leave so sudden.
I think it was something I said.
Oh, yes, sir, Pa. Elmer and me.
Elmer?
Oh, he scurries around inside the cabinets. Dusts. How's it going, Elmer?
Well, handy little critter, ain't he?
Sure is.
That raccoon fur is better than feathers for picking up lint, Jed.
Seems right proud to be happy, too.
Elmer's a dandy little duster.
Well, let's take our dusters outside and shake them.
Yes, sir, Granny.
Then you can take yours upstairs and have him do the dresser drawers in the closet.
Uncle Jed, old Honest Johnny'd never come back to pick up his $700,000.
Here's that way.
Can I have it as an advance against my allowance?
50 cents a week, that'd take a while to pay back.
I'm young.
You ain't that young. Besides, Honest John needs that money to help fight smog.
You know, I'd like to throw my brain into the fight against smog.
It's a dandy cause. They say what it'll take to whip it is brains and money.
Well, betwixt us, we got it made, ain't we?
I reckon we got a leg up on it.
Elmer and me'll get busy upstairs.
Fine, Ellie. Oh, Jed, that reminds me. Mr. Drysdale called and said he was coming by to pick up this money.
How come?
Well, he said folks hadn't ought to keep $700,000 in cash around the house. He's got the hives from worrying about it.
Well, I'm sorry about the hives, but I promised this money to Honest John to fight smog.
I'm thinking about jumping into the fight against smog, too, Granny.
Well, Mr. Drysdale said that this money belongs back in the vault at his bank, and he's coming by to pick it up.
I don't think I can let him have it. Promise is a promise.
I'm gonna fight smog, Granny.
Well, I told Mr. Drysdale that you might not let him have it, but he says he's coming by to pick it up. So that's betwixt you and him.
Granny, I'm gonna fight smog.
How?
I don't know, but Uncle Jed says it takes brains and money. Betwixt us, we's all set.
You got money, have you?
No, I'm supplying the brains. Sitting up here betwixt these sideburns is a real brute.
The only brute you have sits here at the end of your gullet.
I think we ought to encourage your boy, Granny.
He don't know smog from applesauce.
I do so. I listen to the reports all the time. Why, today we's having light eye irritation. But that don't worry me, because I got dark eyes.
That's a great partner you got there, Jed. Oh.
All right, guard. Go in there and get that money, and don't take no for an answer.
You forced me to wear this uniform to save paying a guard, but it won't work. Mr. Clampett will recognize me.
I thought of that. So just wear this disguise. There we go. Looks great. Now get the money.
Oh, but suppose Mr. Clampett won't let me take it.
Well, you've got a gun. Use it.
Oh, gee.
Oh, I don't need to shoot him. Just fire a couple of shots over his head to show him you mean business.
I will not. If you want that money, go and get it yourself.
A fine guard you are. Why, you're a disgrace to that uniform.
Mr. Drysdale, I thought I heard somebody.
Oh, Mr. Clampett, this guard is here to pick up that $700,000.
Well, I don't think I can let him have it.
Well, whatever you do, don't cross him. He's armed. He's a mad dog killer.
Is that a fact? Are you a mad dog killer, Miss Jane?
Of course not.
Miss Hathaway, what are you doing in that uniform?
Oh, boy.
If this is your idea of a practical joke, I, for one, do not appreciate it. Or can I imagine Mr. Clampett is amused either?
Now,
I'll see that she's punished, Mr. Clampett. And I think the proper punishment would be to make her carry out that heavy bag of money. Go get it.
Now, hold on. Now, she ain't toting out that money.
Oh, well, if you want to forgive her so easily, but keep an eye on her. Any woman who'll dress up like that is watching. Hello, Jethro.
Hi, Mr. Drysdale.
Hey, get up. I need this money.
Uncle Jed don't want you to have it, so I'm going to sit here till I think of a way to get rid of the smog.
Jethro, that is a problem for a genius to solve.
Thank you. I'm working on it.
Why don't you go out to the kitchen and eat something?
Vowed I wouldn't eat till I figured out a way to whip the smog.
Well, go get a stick and hit it.
You ain't being no help.
Well, neither are you. Get up.
Not till I think of an idea.
Jethro, get off the money. Here's an armed guard. He'll shoot you.
Hey, mister, you look like your secretary, Miss Jane.
I am Miss Jane.
What are you doing wearing that outfit?
It was dark when she dressed this morning. Now get off the money.
Chief, Mr. Clampett is not going to let you take this money.
Okay, then you take it. Come on, get up.
Get it. We might just as well go back to the office.
Hey, Miss Jane, before you go, sit down and help me think of an idea on how to get rid of smog.
Jethro, dear boy, the finest minds in the country are working on that problem.
Well, yeah, but I ain't getting nowhere.
Don't sit there wasting time with that idiot.
Hey, now, hold on. Just because she's dressed funny don't make her an idiot.
Get up from there, both of you.
Mr. Drysdale, it is hard to think of brilliant ideas with folks yelling at you.
Yeah.
Where does Granny keep her shotgun?
Sure hope I can whip that smog problem before I starve to death.
Jethro, I'm afraid that problem won't be solved until someone invents a replacement for the internal combustion engine.
I'll do it. I'm on it. Hey, what's internal combustion engine?
Well, that's the engine that powers the average automobile. The hope is to convert to steam or electricity.
Hey, Mr. Drysdale, what should I put my giant brain to work on first? A steam car or electric car?
Why not a gas turbine?
Oh, I ain't gonna mess with hats. Just cars.
Swell.
Mr. Drysdale, I done told you this money is staying here. Mr. Drysdale, get off of my money.
It's my money.
No, it ain't. It's mine.
It was my sack.
All right, I'll dump the money out, and you can have the sack.
Good. Just dump it in that truck out front.
It's staying here.
But it's not safe here.
Well, it was till you showed up.
What? No, it's going back into my vault.
Oh, it ain't.
Oh, Chief.
Don't stand there, Hathaway. Use your gun.
That is an excellent excellent idea. Stand back, Mr. Clampett. I should hate to hit you.
You traitor!
Mr. Drysdale, get a hold of yourself. I done promised this money to a fella's going to get rid of all the smog.
Not Jethro.
No. This fella's going to drill a tunnel through the San Bernardino Mountains, put in a great big fan, and draw all the smog out of Los Angeles.
That's a preposterous idea.
Yeah, we like it too.
Mr. Clampett, the problem of smog is too big to be handled locally. It has to be solved on a national level.
Is that a fact?
Only the president can get together the brain power and the vast amount of money necessary. Why, this $700,000 isn't even a drop in the bucket.
Well, how much does the president need?
Oh, millions, billions. Oh, I'll just take this chicken feed back to the bank.
I'll study on it, Mr. Drysdale.
No, give up, Chief. Let's go.
Hold it, Hathaway. I'm not through with you.
What now?
You are guilty of conduct unbecoming an employee of the Commerce Bank.
Oh, big deal.
For cowardice in the face of action. For failure to obey a direct order. Their treachery and insubordination. You are hereby dishonorably discharged as a guard and reduced to the rank of secretary.
Hallelujah.
Don't expect a Christmas bonus this year.
I have never had a Christmas bonus.
Well, don't expect one this year either. Now get in the trunk.
Ellie Mae, have you seen anything of Jethro?
No, ma'am.
That boy is never around when you...
What in the world is that?
Sounds like a train coming up the driveway.
You reckon somebody laid tracks?
Well, if it's a train, I hope they laid tracks. Boy, what have you done to that truck?
Looks like the boog has set it on fire.
Jethro, what'd you do?
Done converted this rascal to steam. You are looking at the answer to air pollution by automobiles. The Jethro Bodine steam car. I have done perfected a clean engine.
I'm going back inside.
Let's all do that for this clean engine chokes us to death.
Uncle Jet, honest John ain't gonna need his money no more now that I whipped the smog problem. So I use it to mass produce my steam car.
Hold on, boy. According to Mr. Drysdale, only the president himself can handle the smog problem.
The president of the United States?
That's right. He's the only one that can bring together the brains and the money.
Well, here stands the whole kit and caboodle. I'll hop on my steam car, drive to Washington, pull up in front of the White House, and give him the brains and the money, all in one package.
Hold on, boy. What you got there is just a drop in the bucket.
And it ain't likely enough money either.
Talking about the money, Granny, Mr. Drysdale says the president's liable to need millions, even billions. I was thinking of giving him all my money.
Okay, I'll stop by the bank and get the rest of it.
Well, Pop, if Jethro goes to Washington, I want to go too.
And they ain't going without me.
I was just coming to that. I think it'd be a fine trip for the whole family.
I best go leave a note for the milkman. Tell him he's going to Washington.
And since you have failed to make your final payment promptly, we are forced to repossess your automobile. Sincerely, your friendly banker, Milburn Drysdale.
Chief, you're telling your own brother you're repossessing his car?
Oh, that is a little cold, isn't it? P.S. Regards to Betty and the babies. Yes, who is it?
It's me, Mr. Drysdale. I fetched you back your sack of chicken feed.
Oh, bless you, bless you.
Right happy to get it, ain't he?
No chicken could be happier.
I studied on what you said about letting the president fight the smog.
Wonderful.
The cashier tells me that counting this, I got right at $95 million in your bank now.
Wonderful.
So he's going to take it to Washington and give it to the president.
Wonderful.
What did you say, Chief?
What'd you say, Mr. Clampett?
I said we're going to take the $95 million to Washington and give it to the president to fight smog.
Mr. Clampett, you can't give all your money to the president.
Why not?
Well, because it... Miss Hathaway, tell them why not.
Why not?
Not that way. Explain it.
Mr. Clampett, it is your money. You may do with it as you wish.
Who asked you to butt in?
You did.
Well, butt out. Now, Mr. Clampett, this will take time. Government red tape, internal revenue, secret service, White House clearance. Now, I'll work it out and call you.
Well, I'd appreciate it if you'd hurry, because we'd like to get started.
Right away, right away.
Oh, and you don't have to give us the $95 million in cash. I reckon the president will take a check.
Well, I'll discuss it with him and let you know. Miss Hathaway, you've got to help me. If they take their money out of my bank, I'm ruined. I've got nothing to live for.
Oh, now, Chief.
A suicide note. That will stop them. Here, take this. Mr. Clampett, because you are withdrawing your money, my death is on your hands.
Chief, no.
Now, type that up, pin it to your dress, and throw yourself out the window.
Me?
They love you. This will teach them a great lesson.
Thanks, but... No thanks.
I promise this is the last favor I'll ever ask.
Forget it.
Right? If you're too chicken to throw yourself out the window, I'll do it. All right, come over here. I can't throw you out from there.
You are sick.
I'm sick, and you're walking out on me. Coward, traitor.
What's all the honking for, boy?
I done come up with an invention that beats steam.
Yeah, I see the boiler's going.
Yes, sir. Notice how quiet she is? No noise, no smoke, no smog. She runs on electricity.
Doggy, I'm real proud of you, boy.
Paul, the presidents are calling you.
All the way from Washington.
President of the United States is calling me.
Yes, sir, Paul.
They're bringing the old fellow to the phone, Mr. Little. Isn't he in a straitjacket? Oh, no, he's not dangerous. He just suffers from the delusion that he's worth $95 million. No wonder he's in the funny farm. The whole family.
You know, it's wonderful of you to look after them.
Oh, they're very sweet people. Naughty, but sweet.
Hurry, Dad, don't keep them waiting.
Hey, tell them about my electric car.
Hello? Hello? Hello, Judge Clampett speaking.
Hello, Mr. Clement. This is the president speaking.
Is that sure enough you, Mr. President?
Oh, yes. Make no mistake about that. I am the president.
That's him, all right.
Now, Mr. Drysdale has told me of your generous and patriotic offer to donate your entire fortune to the fight against air pollution.
Yes, sir. It's only $95 million, but you're sure welcome to it. And we'll bring it right to you, right there in the White House. The whole family.
This here's Granny, Mr. President. I'll bring you some pickle pawpaws and some hand-slung chickens.
Mr. President, this here's Ellie Mae. Would you like a nice little baby possum to play with?
My nephew Jethro ain't here to say howdy, but he's going to drive us all the way to Washington in his brand new invention, the electric car.
No. Don't come to Washington. We've got enough people like you here already. You're public-spirited citizens now.
Well, how will we get the money to you?
Well, I'm glad you asked me that. I want to make this point very clear.
What is the point I want to make very clear?
Leave your money in the bank. The Commerce Bank of Beverly Hills, where it will draw maximum interest, compounded semi-annually, in the care of your wise and friendly banker, Melvin Drysdale.
Well, naturally, we'll do whatever you say, Mr. President. But the family's going to be awful disappointed. We was hoping to get away to Washington.
Oh, no. Don't try to get away. Just stay right there and do what the nice man in the white coat tells you. Goodbye.
Bye.
What'd you say, Jed?
He said he don't want us to come to Washington right now.
Well, what are we supposed to do, Paul?
He says he's going to send a man in a white coat to tell us. Jethro, I just talked to the president, and we won't be driving to Washington in your electric car.
Just as well, Uncle Jed. I never found an extension cord long enough to get us there.
Mr. Little, that was a magnificent performance.
Thank you.
Why, your impersonation of the president was absolutely incredible. Thank you. I hope to see you again sometime. Take good care of yourself.
Mr. Drysdale, aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, what's that?
My fee.
Oh, yes. How much is it?
Well, ordinarily I receive $7,500 for a performance. However, in this case, I'll cut it in half. How's $3,750?
$37.50 it is. 20, 40. Now, you owe me $2.50.
No, that's $3,750.
For 5 minutes' work, the president doesn't get that much, and he's the real thing.
Excuse me, Chief. These foreclosures are ready. Aren't you Rich Little, the impressionist?
Yes, I am.
Oh, Mr. Little, I just love your impression of John Wayne.
Huh? Well, thank you very much, ma'am. And let me say that if we had girls like you out on the trail, I never would have given my horse a second look.
Oh, that is marvelous. And your Ed Sullivan is an absolute classic.
Old Ed Sullivan? Wonderful. Would you do me a favor there, youngster? Would you come on our show next Sunday night and bring your stuffed giraffe?
Yes.
I'd love to have you.
What else are you going to have on the show?
World War I with the original cap, in living color, with a surprise ending.
Oh! Isn't he fabulous?
He certainly is. This was a real pleasure.
Wait a minute, you're forgetting something again.
Oh, yes, your fee. What are you charging her for Wayne and Sullivan?
Oh, nothing.
I'll accept the same arrangement.
Wait.
You dirty rat. I'll get you for this.
Oh, great. Put that on her tab. What is it, Roy?
I am not Roy. I'm Rich.
Then you don't need my money.
Don't leave no milk for a spell. We is going to Washington, Granny.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to Washington.
Whiz?
That's what the message says. Have a good trip.
Hey, Uncle Jed, we's going to Washington. We just got the message. What'd you say, boy? We's going to Washington. The fella in the white coat just brought the message from the president.
Well, where is he?
Yonder he goes.
Ain't that the milkman?
Being a milkman is what you call a cover.
Cover?
He's really a secret agent for the government. Likely CIA, FBI, or one of them.
Sure not?
Yeah, I learned all that stuff when I was a double-knot spy.
Well, reckon we best get packing.
Should I convert my electric car back to steam?
No, I think we better fly. When the president sends for you, you don't want to keep him waiting.
Well, if he comes in, will you please ask him to call his office immediately? It's an emergency. Thank you.
How do you like it, Miss Holloway?
Chief, where have you been?
Shopping. Any messages?
Oh, just one, but it's a beauty. The Clampetts are leaving for Washington.
What?
They're determined to give their $95 million to the president.
We've got to stop them. Get Rich Little back.
You're kidding.
Huh? Here's a signed check. He can make it out for any amount he likes. I'll get up to the Clampetts and delay them until he calls. I made it. They're still here. Mr. Clampett, Granny, Ellie Mae, Jethro. Where is everybody? Oh, hello, Bessie. Is that for me?
How are you? Dear Mr. Drysdale, please feed the critters till we get back.
Enjoying your flight?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
We's going to Washington to see the president.
We's going to give him $95 million.
Oh, boy.
You know the president.
Talked to him this morning. I'm fetching him a baby possum.
And I'm taking him a jar of pickled pawpaws and some hand-slung chitlins.
We was going in my electric car, but I couldn't find no 3,000-mile extension cord.
That's very interesting.
Young lady, how high would you say we're flying?
A lot higher than the plane.
Be sure to watch the Beverly Hillbillies next week when they arrive in Washington. And guess who's waiting for them? That's right, Phil Silvers as Shifty Schaefer.
Mr. Schaefer!
Honest John!
Well, bless my soul, if it isn't the Clampets. What brings you to Washington, of all places?
We's here to see the president.
We want to talk to him about the smog problem.
We's gonna help him get rid of the stuff.
What a coincidence. You just appointed me chairman of a very special committee for that purpose.
I'm ready to give him my money if I just knew how.
Another coincidence. Just happens to be the function of my committee.
Hey,
Dog! I try to do my humble bit.
Shall I make out the check to the president?
As a matter of fact, the check should be made payable to my committee.
What's that?
Citizens Against Smog Horror.
Quite a lot to write.
Just use the initials. C-A-S-A.
Fine.
And it doesn't stop there. With his wife posing as the last of the Columbia Indians, Shifty next sells them the White House.
Write the check.
Oh, shall I make it out to Sitting Hawk?
Yes, but include the name bestowed on her by General Custer. That's Courageous Adversary Sitting Hawk.
Well, I don't hardly have room for that.
Just use the initials. That's the custom here in Washington.
Courageous Adversary Sitting Hawk. Well, what do you know? Comes out just like the other check. C-A-S-H.
What a coincidence.
Next week on the Beverly Hillbillies.
Ellie, I seen him first.
You did not. I seen him first.
I seen him.
I did.
Will one of you please tell me?
I'll toss you for it.
Don't you want? I'll tell you. There. Now I get to tell.
What's all the racket out here?
Ellie's about to tell me who she just seen.
Who, Ellie? The fellow that sold Paul Central Park. Honest John Schaefer.
Well, doggy.
You mean that Honest John is right here in Beverly Hills?
Yes, ma'am.
The most exciting news of the whole year. And that lummox lays there half asleep. Get up, lazy bones. Ellie just seen Honest John Schaefer.
Granny, I seen him too. I was driving the truck.
Did you stop and talk to him?
No,
we
sir, we
couldn't.
didn't.
You tell him, Ellie. No more tossing.
Couldn't stop on account of the traffic. And by the time we drove around the block, he was gone.
We've got to find him.
That's the truth. Finest man I ever run into.
Salt of the earth.
He sure deserves that name, Honest John. He sold me Central Park, Statue of Liberty, Staten Island Ferry, Brooklyn Bridge, Empire State Building, and the Algonquin Hotel, all for $10,000.
That's what I call a real bargain.
Then he turned around and gave you your money back.
I'll never forget our leave taking there in Central Park. What we're trying to say, Honest John, is that you're just about the nicest fellow we ever met. We're proud to know you.
Well, I gotta get going. Well, so long.
Oh, wait, here comes Granny. She'll want to tell you goodbye.
Goodbye? Is Honest John leaving?
Yeah, Granny. He's got to go to Chicago.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's been so nice knowing you. Take care of yourself, young fella.
Yeah, I will. Swell. Well, so long.
God bless you, son.
Look, folks, I got no use for this money. I mean, what's a few thousand for somebody like me? I'm loaded.
Well, I got plenty myself.
Give it to the Indians at the Algonquin.
He's one of nature's noblemen.
Well, leastwise we know he's here in Beverly Hills.
I sure wish we knowed where.
What do you want?
I'm looking for Flo Schaefer.
She moved to Australia.
Flo, it's me, Shifty.
Shifty, baby!
Oh, darling.
What's the matter? Have the police got a tail on you?
No, just force to have it.
Gee, it's good to see you again, you floozy.
It's good to see you, you louse.
Wedding ring? It's gone? You finally got a divorce, oh well. I can't blame you.
Are you kidding? Me divorce you? Never. I love you.
Well, where's the ring?
I hocked it.
What'd you get?
$10.
Well, it's a clear profit. I stole it.
Oh, Shifty. We were such a great team. What split us up?
Your mother? Where is the old bat?
Please, honey. Mother's gone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. She'll be out in 6 months.
Look, honey, sit down. Something I gotta tell you, and I don't know how you're gonna take it.
Sounds serious.
It is. It's the toughest confession I ever had to make, and I know you're gonna hate me.
Shifty, I could never hate you. So you met a younger, prettier girl. You married her. You're a bigamist. So what? I forgive you.
No.
You didn't marry the girl. That's even worse. Don't worry about it. I still love you.
That's not it.
You've joined a mob. Gambling, girls, dope, rackets, everything. Relax, you're still my man.
That isn't it, honey.
Then what? Tell, baby.
Flo, I've gone straight. I've turned honest.
You dirty rat! Don't you touch me, you rat, you swine!
Baby, you don't...
Now I want a divorce.
Sweetheart.
You just be glad that Mother isn't here. She'd beat you to a pulp.
No! Let me at least tell you how it happened. What turned me honest?
I don't want to hear that kind of talk. Makes my flesh crawl. Get out!
Angel.
Get out! I can't stand the sight of you.
Oh, please, none of my friends will speak to me since I've turned honest.
Who can blame them? You're sick.
I know it, baby, and I need help.
Go to a head shrinker.
What? Can I go to a head shrinker and say, make me a crook?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe I can help you shake off this terrible hang-up.
I know you can, dear. I know you can. Because you're so completely rotten.
Thanks, doll. Yours did have a way with words.
Hey, listen, I just thought of something. We don't have to go looking for old Honest John. I can send for him with ESP.
Yes?
No, dummy. ESP stands for Extra Sensitive Protection. Or something. Anyways, it means sending thoughts to another person through the air.
Hogwash.
No, Granny, it really works. Of course, only folks with giant, powerful brains has got ESP.
Well, that lets you out. Now get going.
Are you kidding? Nestled up here under this hair is a real brute. If I turn this rascal loose on old Honest John, I'll bomb him with brainwaves.
You get in that truck or I'm gonna bomb you with my foot.
You know something? I'm sorry I graduated 6th grade. Puts me clean out of step with you rubes and clodhoppers.
Well, made her whoop him, Granny.
No, you need him for driving.
See? That's a perfect example. She's physical, I'm mental. She's brute force, and I'm intelligent. It's hard to believe we was both brung into this world by the same stork.
Sure hope they find Honest John.
And fetch him home to stay with us.
Be honored to have a man like that under our roof.
He's a living saint.
I hope he ain't forgot about it.
They were rubes, hicks, yokels, pigeons to be plucked.
And millionaires?
Ah, it was beautiful. The perfect setup. For openers, I sold them Central Park.
You're kidding.
And collected the money in cash, right there in the park.
Well, doggy, there's some big ones in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I still got me some walking around money.
Well, what do you say we get up and walk around a little? Before I was was through, I sold them half of New York. Had the dough in my pocket and a plane ticket to Chicago.
So what happened?
And they got to me.
How?
Well, they were so kind, so sweet, so trusting, so honest, so sincere.
Stop that kind of talk. That's disgusting.
But anyway, that's when I went wrong.
Honey, there's only one way to cure your sickness. You gotta find those hillbillies and take them.
I'm no match for them, Flo. They're too honorable, too loving, too warm, too tender, generous, trusting.
Not again. I'm gonna make you wash your mouth out with soap.
Maybe I can con somebody else, but...
It's gotta be those hillbillies. As my father used to say, if you fall off a horse, you gotta get back on and ride that same horse again.
And he should know. He was the greatest jockey ever to throw a race.
Now, hop on a plane, go to New York, and do as I tell you.
Okay, if I... Wait a minute. They're here. They live here.
In Beverly Hills?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Find them, fool them, fleece them, and forget them.
Will you work with me like in the old days?
No, Shifty. You gotta do this alone. It's the only way to cure your sickness.
Well, I'll try. I'll do my best.
You can do it, baby. You were the greatest, the champ.
I really did have it once, didn't I?
You still got it, honey. You can make a comeback.
I'll do it for you, Flo. I'll lie, I'll cheat, I'll steal, I'll con them out of every penny they got.
That's the way to talk, champ.
You know what I'll do? I'll show them no mercy. I'll be cruel, ruthless. I'll leave them starving and destitute. I'll destroy them. I'll be an absolute beast.
How can you help but love a doll like that?
On the way I'm back, just made my first heist.
Oh, wonderful. Who'd you clip?
You, here's your necklace.
Beautiful, Shifty. Beautiful.
The earrings I'll keep.
Did the young'uns fetch Honest John home?
Not yet, but I see you're ready for him.
Well, he always did admire my appearance, Jed. Couldn't get over how young I looked. He was well named, Honest John.
True. I just thought of an idea how we might get in touch with him.
Good.
Remember what close friends he was with the New York police?
They met him at the airport and took him to the station to visit with them.
And they fetched him Central Park in their own car.
Remember, we're giving you 24 hours. So long, pals. Call me anytime. Thanks for the lift. Glad to see you, Mr. Clampett.
What did that policeman mean?
What did you hear?
Well, he said they was going to give you 24 hours.
Oh, that, yes. Well, you see, ordinarily, New York closes promptly at 9 p.m. Lights out. However, due to my influence, I have persuaded the police to leave the city open for 24 hours so that you may see it at night.
Not a fact.
Times Square, Broadway, 42nd Street. All the famous thoroughfares will be lit up just for you.
He sure kept his promise.
That night when we flew out of New York, I never seen so many bright lights in my born day.
That's our plan to locate him. If he's that friendly with the New York police, chances are he's got some friends in uniform out here.
Good thinking, Jed.
So I'm going to call the station and ask them, have they seen Honest John Schaefer?
Honest John!
Ellie Mae!
Oh, I'm not Ellie Mae. I'm Granny.
Oh, I'll have to take your word for it. To me, you're identical twins. It's good to see you.
Well, Honest John, this is a great pleasure.
The pleasure is mine, dear friend. Ah, how often I thought of those wonderful times we had together in New York.
You know, I still feel bad about you giving the money back for all that real estate that we bought from you.
Tut, forget it. Our friendship transcends mere money.
Well, that may well be, but I'd like you to have...
Something wrong, Jed?
I lost my walking around money.
Could this be it?
Where did you get that?
I found it outside on the stoop.
Oh, is Jethro back?
No, dear friend, I meant the little porch out front.
Doggies, I must have lost it when I was out there pumping my grinding wheel.
Well, here you are, safe and sound.
Anybody but Honest John would have kept it.
That's the truth. Matter of fact, I'd like him to keep it.
Ah, wouldn't think of it, dear friend.
Well, then by rights, Central Park and all them other things still belongs to you.
Oh, well, I'll donate that to the city of New York so that everyone may enjoy them free.
You hear that, Granny?
The man's got a heart as big as all outdoors.
Which reminds me, I brought you a little gift.
Oh, Jed, look. Beautiful earrings.
They belong to my mother.
Man's paying you a great honor, Granny.
I'm afraid I'm gonna bawl.
No tears. This is a happy occasion, a joyous reunion.
You're right. I'll go out to the kitchen and put on some coffee.
All right, dear.
Well, Honest John, what brings you to Los Angeles?
I'm here to perform a service for humanity.
Well, that figures, but what is it?
Mr. Clampett, what would you say is the greatest problem facing the citizens of this community?
Well, I'd have to say it was the smog.
The smog. Precisely why I'm here. The smog.
You like it?
Oh, no. I have a plan to get rid of it.
Well, that sure would be a great blessing.
Well, actually, I'm driven by a sense of guilt. You see, I happen to own the mountains which hold the smog in the Los Angeles basin.
Right.
San Bernardino Mountains. They were a land grant to my ancestors from the Spanish king.
I didn't know you were Spanish.
While my father was a Schaefer, my mother was a Bernardino.
Well, how do you plan to get rid of the smog?
Well, I plan to drill an enormous shaft through the San Bernardino Mountains, install a huge fan, and draw the smog away.
That's likely to cost a heap of money.
Yeah, I have pledged my wealth, my sacred honor, to the completion of this humanitarian project.
And if I know you, you will haul off and give the whole thing to the city of Los Angeles.
Well, I plan to spread it around. Los Angeles will get the mountains. Burbank and Pasadena will get the giant fan.
Who's going to get the shaft?
Glad you asked me.
Wouldn't you know that this blessed saint of a man sitting here is the man that's going to get rid of the smog for us?
Isn't it going to cost you a fortune to drill that big hole through the mountain?
The fan alone took all of my cash resources, but I'll raise more.
Why don't you let me chip in some?
Jed's got better than 90 million laying in the bank.
No, please. I'll raise the money. I'll sell my war medals, my Nobel Peace Prize. As a last resort, I could always get $20 a pint for my blood.
I can't let you do that, Honest John.
Please, let Jed help you.
I do hate to part with my war medals.
What do you figure it'll cost to finish up the job?
$15, $20 million?
Well, I'll just call Mr. Drysdale and have him write you out a check for $20 million.
Yeah, no checks.
Why not?
Well, names must appear on checks and people find out who their benefactor is, and, well, charity is only beautiful when it's anonymous.
Anon what?
Anonymous. Unknown. That's why I'm financing this entire project in cash.
Well, I know from experience that Mr. Drysdale don't keep $20 million in cash in his bank, but I'll get you what he's got.
No, please, forget it. It'll ask questions. You'll have to tell him what it's for. The secret will be out, and the whole project will lose its charm and beauty.
I don't have to tell him nothing. It's my money.
You do make it hard for me to say no.
I won't take no for an answer. You wait right here. I'll be back in a flash with the cash.
Beautiful man, your father.
Oh, I ain't Ellie. I'm Granny.
I keep forgetting.
You're drawing out how much money?
All you got. In cash, that is.
What are you going to do with it?
I can't tell you that, Mr. Drysdale. I'm sworn to secrecy.
You can trust me. I'm your banker.
I'm sorry. I give my word. That's why we're dealing in cash, so no names will get out.
We? Who's we?
I can't tell you no more.
Oh, Mr. Clampett, please, if you've got something going, let me in on it.
Oh, I made a promise, and I got to keep it.
Well, here it is, Mr. Clampett. This is all the cash in the bank that could be spared at this time. It's more than $500,000.
Thank you, Miss Jane. I reckon that ought to get us started.
Us? What us? Who's us?
Sorry, Mr. Drysdale, I just can't tell you.
Well, at least you can tell me what you're going to do with it.
I done explained to you this is a secret project.
Oh, no.
Mr. Drysdale, don't behave like that.
Unless you tell me what it's for, you're not taking 1 penny of my money.
This is Mr. Clampett's money. He has a right to withdraw it.
Well, yes, but make him tell me what he's gonna do with it, please.
Mr. Clampett, perhaps you could tell him just enough to alleviate his suffering. I'm afraid he's having acute withdrawal symptoms.
Well, I reckon it wouldn't do no harm to say that this money is gonna be used for drilling.
Drilling? Where?
I don't believe I better say no more.
Then I'm not letting go.
I'm ashamed of you.
Mr. Drysdale, you promised to keep it an absolute secret.
May interest rates drop.
For him, that is a sacred oath.
All right. It's the San Bernardino Mountains, and that's all I'm going to say.
Oh. That old mountain gold has found oil again. Call my real estate broker. Have you start buying up the San Bernardino Mountains.
Miss Jane says there's better than $500,000 in there. Of course, I ain't counted it.
Who cares? If we can't trust one another, where's the joy of life?
Beautiful spoke, Honest John.
Oh, if Miss Jane says it's better than $500,000, it is.
You don't happen to know the denomination?
I think she's Presbyterian.
Mr. Schaefer!
See, Granny? I told you I could bomb him with brainwaves and ESP him here.
Hiya, Jethro.
Gee, it's sure good to shake your hand again.
I see you still have the grip of a gorilla.
Yeah, but our brains ain't the same.
Oh, that's all right, Jethro. Yours will do. Well, must be all friends.
What's in the sack?
Better than $500,000 in cash?
And you know what Honest John is going to do with it? He's going to commence getting rid of our smog.
Hey, that's great.
Isn't that wonderful?
There's only one way to put it. The man is a living saint. Bless you, Honest John.
And thank you for saving all the little critters and birds.
And thank you for saving the young'uns and old folks that couldn't hardly breathe no more.
And the trees and the flowers that die in air pollution. They thank you, too.
Well, tell them they're welcome. Well, I'll be gone now.
Jethro, heft that money on the truck and take Honest John wherever he wants to go.
Yes, sir, Uncle Jed.
Too bad you can't move in and stay with us. It would be a joy and an honor.
Well, next time maybe. Well, glad to see you.
Remember, there is plenty more money where that come from whenever you need it.
Swell.
Little critters, you thank Honest John for saving your lives.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Let's get out of here, Jethro.
A shaft through the mountains to blow away the smog. That's beautiful, Shifty, beautiful. Where'd you stash the money?
Oh, I wish you could have been there to see me work, Flo. I've never been better.
I told you could make a comeback, Chav. Where'd you stash the money?
I was brilliant. It was like taking candy away from a baby.
Where'd you stash the candy?
It was a classic cape. A textbook con job.
Where's the $500,000?
Don't worry about it.
I like to worry. Where is it?
I gave it back.
I didn't hear right. You didn't say I gave it back.
That's what I said. And that's what I did.
Come to my arms, baby.
I don't feel romantic right now, honey.
Neither do I. I'm gonna break every bone in your body.
I couldn't help myself. They were so trusting, so honest, so...
Flo! Flo! Look at me, Flo! I'll Flo you!
What's funny?
I don't care!
Flo,
Hold it, Joe! You're gonna be the one to listen to all my... Listen! I'll show you living! Listen! Crazy! Get out!
Be sure to join us next week when Phil Silvers as Honest John Schaefer tries once again to fleece the Clampetts.
I have the honor and privilege of presenting my sainted mother, Ana Maria Fernandez Barcelona San Bernardino Isheva.
Howdy, ma'am.
With pleasure to meet you.
Iguana.
She said the pleasure is hers. Iguana means pleasure in Spanish. Mother speaks almost no English.
Well, we'd be mighty iguana to have you all move in to stay a while.
He said, se povo de hacienda Cesar Romero la cucuracha la Clampett. Iguana. His mother said.
Oh, we caught that. Ellie, show these folks the two nicest rooms in the house.
Sure will, Granny. Y'all follow me upstairs.
Fala das pueblos al centro tequila las Clampetts, Rio Grande. Iguana. Not only does she speak no English, she speaks very little Spanish.
She's plumb disappeared. Ain't no sign of her.
Reckon she went back to the hills with Alverna Bradshaw?
No, sir. I seen her after Miss Bradshaw left.
I'll bet she's been kidnapped.
Oh, no.
That's it. She's being held for ransom by kidnappers.
I don't hardly think so.
Uncle Jed, you're a millionaire. Them rascals preys on rich folks. They'll keep Granny till you cough up a great big old hunk of dough.
Well, let's call the police.
Oh, no. We gotta wait for a mysterious phone call. Then we drives to the cemetery at midnight, throws out a satchel full of money.
You gonna pay the ransom, Paul?
If he don't, they'll tie Granny in a sack and throw her in the river.
Oh, Paul.
Oh, please don't let no harm come to my darling little Granny.
That's real touching, boy.
Well, I sure don't want to have to eat Allie's cooking.
I think I know where she might be.
Where, Paul?
Well, ever since we put up the old cabin out back, Granny has had a certain look in her eyes. I'll bet you that's where we find her. Come on.
I got a joy down in my heart. Down in my heart. Down in my heart. I got a joy down in my heart. Down in my heart to stay. Morning, Mrs. Hogg. Mrs. Cow. Good morning, chickens.
Well, we kind of figured we'd find you out here.
Granny, did you spend the night in that little old cabin?
I did, and it was pure heaven.
Heaven? This little shack?
Jim, let's all move back in here where we belong and live the good life.
Granny, we ain't moving out of no 32-room mansion into this dump.
Sure smells good.
I'm fixing fried ham, whole cakes, and gravy.
Uncle Jed, let's move in here and live the good life.
Please, super stomach. Let me set the table first.
Oh, is we really gonna move into this little cabin, all four of us?
Well, if we don't, Granny ain't gonna give us no peace and no victuals.
Well, if you want to stay in the mansion, I'll cook for you.
Well, that's surpassing kind of you, Ellie.
Well, I need to practice.
True. But if we don't do like Granny wants, we ain't never gonna hear the last of it.
Where'll we sleep?
Well, you women folks can take the bedroom. Jethro and me'll spread a blanket in front of the fireplace.
That floor's awful hard.
Well, it'll only be till Granny gets this notion out of her craw.
Oh, here you are.
Morning, Shorty.
Morning, Miss Keller.
What you doing down here?
We're fixing to move into this little old cabin.
Everybody?
You're welcome to join us, Shorty. You can bed down on the floor with Jethro and me.
If it's all the same to you, I'd like to stay in the mansion.
Well, you'll be all alone.
I'll rough it.
Think you can manage that big old place all by yourself?
Jed, I used to run a hotel by myself.
Alverna Bradshaw ain't here to cook for you no more.
I'll make out.
That big old mansion is likely to be kind of cold and lonely without a woman's touch.
Yeah, that's true. But I'll get along.
Okay, Shorty, place is yours.
It's a deal. Mademoiselles from Beverly Hills, parlez-vous. Moving here for fun and thrill, parlez-vous. The food is good and the rooms is large, and if you're pretty, there is no charge. Hinky-dinky, parlez-vous.
Excuse me, Chief. Several of the girls girls from the secretarial pool would like to take a little extra time at lunch to go and look at a new hotel for women.
The answer is no.
Oh, all they need is 15 minutes. They can take my car if you let them go.
The answer is no.
Some millionaire has donated his mansion as a hotel for young working girls, and the rates are fabulously cheap.
The answer is no.
It's located close to your house, and if you needed to have some dictation done some night, they'd be available.
The answer is no.
They'll work for nothing.
The answer is yes. You knew I'd give in. I'm just an old soft.
Yes, you're a regular marshmallow.
The rates are cheap, you say?
Yes, the girls think they'll be able to save at least $10 a week over what they're paying now.
$10 a week, say, that's a lot for a working girl.
Well, it certainly is.
The trouble is they'll squander it foolishly. I'll tell you what. I'll withhold $5 a week from each girl and put it in a special Christmas fund.
Well, that's marvelous.
You bet. I'll need all I can get next Christmas.
That's terrible.
Well, make up your mind. You just said it was marvelous.
Oh, what can you get?
You know, I don't think I've ever really been tested.
Wow, this really is a mansion. Look at the beautiful ground. And the rates are so cheap.
I wonder what the catch is.
Hello, girls.
There's the catch.
Oh, Shorty's cute.
Yeah, he's fun.
Welcome to Shorty's Hotel for Women, where you live in luxury for $1 a day. And that includes private room and bath, delicious meals, maid service, laundry, swimming pool, tennis courts, croquet, and billiards.
For $1 a day? How can you do it?
Volume! Come on inside and look around.
Girls, look at this. What a pad.
This is super.
Whoopee.
You ain't seen nothing yet. Step into the main ballroom. It's free entertainment in here every night.
Really? What kind of entertainment?
Music and dancing.
You have a dancing act?
4 girls and a fella.
Who are they?
You 4 and me.
Do you think we're going to be safe in this hotel of yours?
Oh, of course. If anybody gets out of line, just call for the house detective.
Where is he?
Right here.
Oh, girls, our lunch hour's almost gone.
We have to get back to the bank. Mr. Drysdale will be furious.
You can't leave yet. You ain't seen the place.
I'll phone Miss Hathaway. She's a good scout. She'll cover for us.
There's a phone in the lobby. No charge for local calls.
And let this serve as notice that unless your mortgage payments are made promptly, you will be thrown into the street.
Chief, she's 86 years old and in a wheelchair.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, change that to read, you will be wheeled into the street.
Mr. Drysdale's office. Oh, yes, Helen.
Helen who?
One of the girls is looking at the new hotel for women.
Tell them if they're not back in 5 minutes, they're fired.
Chief,
Give me that phone. Where are you?
Just a moment, Mr. Drysdale, sir. Shorty, what's the address here?
I don't know. It's a Jed Clampett mansion.
It's the Jed Clampett mansion.
The Jed Clampett mansion? Mr. Clampett is the millionaire who donated his mansion for the hotel.
He probably realizes how oppressed and underpaid your secretaries are.
You think so?
Why else would he do it?
Helen, dear. Now, you girls take your time. In fact, why don't you take the rest of the day off? Miss Hathaway will do your work.
Oh, thanks.
And Helen, tell your landlord that I send him my very best. Bye.
Goodbye, sir, and thank you. Girls, we have the rest of the day off. Oh, yay! And Shorty, Mr. Drysdale would like to send you his best.
I thought I had his best. But if he's got any better than you, tell him to send them over.
Hey, Uncle Jed, look what Granny's got me doing.
Good for her.
But I'm a sophisticated international playboy with a 6th grade education, a member of the Jet Set. Jet Setters don't slop hogs.
They don't, huh?
No, sir, no. We jets around betwixt Paris, Rome, and tequila, and drink Acapulcos.
You ain't never done none of them things.
I sat on a jet. That makes me a jet set.
Well, right now you're a hog slop. And after that, you're going to be a cow milker.
Please, Uncle Jed, let me move back into the mansion where I belong.
Who do your chores?
Oh, Ellie Mae just loves to do this here rube stuff.
Well, maybe Shorty is getting a mite lonesome up there all by himself.
Oh, I'll bet you he's just dying to have me join him.
Shorty, those rooms are simply smashing.
Glad you like 'em.
Do we really get maid service?
Of course. Everything I promised you. Maid service, laundry service, free meals.
All for $1 a day?
That's right.
Let's get our things and move in quick.
Be sure and fetch along your swimsuit. Don't forget the free pool.
Oh, we do appreciate this, Shorty.
Put a little appreciation right there, honey.
Right back.
Stop by the bank and bring along the best of the rest. Remember, single girls only. And if they dance as close, they get the cut rate.
Hey, Shorty, where are you?
Who's that?
Ah, that's one of the hard help. They ain't supposed to be in the house. I'll get rid of them. See you later.
Oh, here you are, Shorty. Good news. I'm moving in with you.
That's good news. That's good news. Yeah.
Hey, whose car's that?
Oh, Miss Jane.
What's she doing here?
Oh, she come by and offer me a job down at the bank working in the secretarial pool.
Hey, you taking it, ain't you?
No, I don't think so.
Shorty, that secretarial pool is full of pretty girls.
Yeah, that's the trouble, Jethro. I'm getting too old for that kind of nonsense.
I ain't. I'm just the right age for that kind of nonsense.
Yeah, oh, I wish I was young again like you.
Oh, come on, Shorty. Let me have the job. Huh, Shorty? Huh? Please? Huh, Shorty, please?
I don't know, Jethro. You'd likely get them girls stirred up to where they couldn't work. You're so doggone good looking.
I forced myself to look homely. Look at that.
Well, maybe.
Oh, come on, Shorty, please, huh?
Well, okay.
Oh, thank you, Shorty, thank you.
When you get to the bank, just go right on in the secretarial pool. I'll arrange everything.
I really appreciate this, Shorty. And to prove it, I'm going to give you half everything I make.
Half or nothing. Big deal.
Chief, I questioned the rest of the girls in the secretarial pool, and 3 more of them qualify for Mr. Clampett's hotel.
What do you mean qualify?
Well, it's restricted to single girls.
Say, that's a great idea. Let's see. That's a total of 7, $5 each. That's $35 a week. That makes over $1,800 a year for the Milburn Drysdale Christmas Fund.
Chief, you're not going to really deduct that money.
How long have you known me?
You're going to
Deduct that money. You bet.
Only one girl isn't interested.
Why not?
I'll let her explain. Come in, Miss Bell. Mr. Drysdale wants to know why you're not interested in the hotel for women.
Well, I live at home, so I wouldn't save anything.
Do you live in a mansion?
Of course not.
Do you ride to work in a limousine?
No, I ride the bus.
How much does it cost you?
50 cents a day.
That's $2.50 a week.
What are you getting at, Chief?
Well, I live next door to the Clampett mansion, and she can ride back and forth with me.
Gee, that'd be swell. I spend 2 hours a day on the bus.
Well, my limousine makes a trip in 5 minutes.
It would be fun living with the other girls in the secretarial pool. And in a mansion, too?
And it automatically qualifies you to participate in a special Christmas fund.
Wow!
You're making it unanimous, then?
All right, I'll give it a try.
That's a smart girl. You make a wise move.
Thank you.
Really, Chief? What you won't do for $5 a week?
$7.50. I get that bus fare.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
It's fabulous. My room has a Picasso on the wall.
Oh, mine has a Van Gogh.
Mine has a Gauguin.
My whole bath is marble, and it has a sunken tub.
I still can't believe that it only costs $1 a day.
Well, girls, y'all unpacked and settled in?
Shorty, darling, my bathroom has a sunken tub.
Well, it's these California earthquakes. Everything settled a little.
Shorty, there's a Paul Gauguin in my room.
You'll have to get him out, honey. No man above the first floor. I don't believe I've met you.
Oh, I'm Joy Divine.
Well, I'm a lot of fun myself. Oh, excuse me, girls. I'll go out to the cook shack and find out what we're having for supper. Go show the girls around.
Okay, Shorty. Come on, girls. I'll give you the grand tour.
I've seen the place. I'm going to collect my laundry.
Me too. Same here. Well, good idea. Look around, girls. Make yourself at home.
How's Bossy doing?
Just fine, pal. She's gonna get pretty near a gal.
Oh, good. I fixed Granny's churn so we can have us some fresh butter.
Well, how's everybody out here?
Just fine and dandy. How's everything up to the mansion?
Great. Just great.
If you get lonesome, you can come get Bossy.
No, let Granny stay here. Oh, you mean this Bossy? Yeah.
Hello, Shorty.
Hi, Granny.
Well, finish your chores, everybody. Victuals will be ready soon.
Good. I'm going to need a lot of food.
How come?
Granny, he's feeding Jethro.
That's it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Well, you and Jethro come down in a half hour.
I'll take our victuals up to the mansion.
How come?
Granny, there wouldn't be room at our little table.
That's it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. The way Jethro eats, we could get elbow gored.
Yeah. I'll be back for our victuals. Bye.
Shorty seems to be getting along fine up at the mansion. I reckon him and Jethro thinks of things to do.
Well, two heads is better than one.
Not when one of them's Jethro.
Gloria, I thought Shorty said we'd get free laundry service.
Oh, I can't let that sweet little doll do our washing.
Tell me something. How come you and Shorty are so chummy?
Oh, didn't you know? Shorty and I were married.
Really?
Yeah, for about an hour.
Well, for Hollywood, I guess that isn't bad.
What you doing, girls?
Just finishing our laundry, Shorty.
I said I'd do that.
You can hang it up for us.
There's a dryer right in yonder.
Not for these dainty things.
Miss Dainty, ain't they? All right, you girls set the table in the main ballroom, and I'll hang this stuff up for you.
Thank you, you little doll.
You're welcome, you big doll.
Well, I'm glad to see you two are still friendly.
Oh, yeah, the marriage wasn't a success, but the separation's a ball.
Shorty, Granny says your victuals is... What's all this?
My laundry, Jed. I just finished doing my washing.
This stuff belongs to you, does it?
This is what I call my dainty thing.
Sure is dainty, all right.
Yeah, real comfortable, though.
When did you take to wearing stuff like this?
Just since I come to Hollywood.
He seems to be considerably bigger than these others.
Yeah, well, them belongs to Jethro.
Jethro wears this stuff, too?
Yeah, looks great in him. You ought to see him.
Ain't so sure I'd like to.
You started to say something about victuals, Jed.
Yeah, Granny says it's ready whenever you want to come get 'em.
I'll go back with you right now.
So you and Jethro wears this stuff, huh?
Yeah, styles and men's clothes is changing.
They sure enough is.
You ought to slip into a pair of these. They feel real good next to your hide.
I believe I'll pass on that.
I know it's hard for a couple of old hay shakers like us to change our ways, Jed, but you gotta remember this is Hollywood.
Well, hello, boy. Where you been?
Down to the bank?
You look mighty unhappy. Something wrong?
Yeah. I'm what you call uptight.
No wonder, with what you're wearing.
Be right with you, Jed.
What's the matter with what I'm wearing?
Nothing. How'd the job go?
Oh, terrible. Wasn't nothing in that secretarial pool except married women. All them pretty single girls was gone.
Uh-oh. I bet they's all out with that new flu that's going around.
New flu?
Yeah, it only attacks single people. Jethro, you're single. You've been exposed to it. Sit down quick. Yep. You got the first symptom.
My forehead ain't hot.
That's the first symptom, cool forehead. Close your eyes. That hurt?
Yeah.
That's the second symptom, tender nose. Keep your eyes closed. They could suffer permanent damage. Do you have a ringing in your ear?
Yeah.
That's the clincher. Come on, I gotta get you in the root cellar right quick.
The root cellar?
Yeah, you gotta stay in a cool, dark place, otherwise your eyes liable to be ruined. How'd you like your supper, girls?
Oh, it was good, but rather strange. Yes, I've never tasted anything like that before.
That was soul food, children. Soul food, just like we used to have down home. Who's that?
That's the gardener's half-wit nephew. I'll get rid of him. How about a little after-supper singing and dancing?
Oh, yes. What about the dishes?
Oh, leave them for the maid. Somebody turn on the record player. Let's start the fun.
Oh, good.
Excuse me a minute, darling. Keep your motor running.
Hey, Shorty, let me in. I want to meet them pretty girls.
What pretty girl?
The ones I seen sitting in the parlor.
I told you to stay in the root cellar or you'd ruin your eyes. What do you want?
I want in.
Can't you read? This is a hotel for women. No men allowed.
Them sure was fine vittles, Granny.
Just dandy. Sorry I didn't have enough for seconds, but Shorty toted most of it away. He must eat as much as Jethro.
No wonder he walks in his sleep.
Shorty?
Yes, sir. He asked me to come up to the mansion in the morning and make up all the beds.
All the beds?
Yes, sir. Shorty says when he walks in his sleep, he might climb into 7 or 8 different beds and not even know it.
The man sure has been acting peculiar lately. Dressing peculiar, too.
What you mean?
He just took to wearing some mighty fancy underwear. Got Jethro wearing it, too.
Well, you know Jethro. Monkey see, monkey do.
Oh, howdy, man.
Hiya, kid.
Jethro? Is that you?
Yes, sir. Guess you're wondering what I'm doing in this getup.
It just crossed my mind.
You see, if I don't dress like this, I can't get into Shorty's party.
Shorty got you wearing that?
Yes, sir.
Wait right here, boy. Shorty! Come out here on a double.
Oh, hi, Jed.
Hi.
Something wrong?
Yeah, that.
Hey, she's a big one, ain't she?
Yes, he is. That's Jethro.
No fooling. He don't look bad, does he?
I think he does. Boy, get out of them duds.
Oh, do I have to?
You do. Now get.
Doggone it, now I can't get into the party.
Shorty, commence packing. You're going back to the hills.
But, Jed, I got a good thing going in yonder.
Never mind. You do as I tell you. And let me give you some advice.
What's that?
Put on your long johns before you get back home.
What you mean?
It may be all right in Hollywood, but you wear that fancy underwear back in the hills and they'll ride you out of town on a rail.
Mr. Clampett, welcome to the party.
Thank you.
We're short of men.
I figured that. Oh, good. You're both here. I want to have a family confab. Where's Ellie?
Well, she's out back with her critters.
Ellie Mae?
Yeah, Pa?
Come on in here. Going to have a family confab. Well, as you all know, poor widow Fenwick and her young'un is coming to spend the day, and we all got lots to do. Fenwick. Hold it. Start doing right away. I'd like to say a few words first. Now, let's commence with the victuals. Granny, I mean the victuals for the Fenwicks. What you got planned?
Oh, possum stew, grits and jowls, some corn pone, and some pickled crawdads.
Sound a little rich for folks that ain't ate for a while.
Well, maybe you're right, Jed. To get the wrinkles out of their belly, I'll start them off with some nice hot owl soup.
That'll be fine. Now, Ellie, you and Jethro delivered them that box of clothes, right?
That's right, pal. I never knowed there were so many needy folks in Beverly Hills.
Me neither. By doggies, you gotta admire that widow Fenwick. She's poor but proud. Jethro and Ellie tells me that right across the front of this little house of hers, she's got writ big as life, Fenwick House.
Cynthia, I have not refused to visit the Clampetts. It's just that I can't bring myself to wear those dreadful clothes.
They are not dreadful. They are the very latest fashion introduced at the Willows Finishing School by Miss Ellie Mae Clampett herself. Don't you understand, Mummy? The latest thing is to look basic and understated. It has something to do with Zen.
But they just don't look right.
Mummy, when a girl as rich as Ellie Mae Clampett wears something, it's got to be right. Now, come on, let's not be the last millionaires in Beverly Hills to get the new look. The Clampett look.
They found the box of clothes, Uncle Jed. Right here's where Ellie and me left them.
Jethro, I seen places with little or nothing in them, but this is pitiful.
A chair to sit in. Nor a bed, neither.
Ain't got a wash bowl, or a pitcher to fill it with water, or a window big enough to throw it out.
Hey, Uncle Jed, we gonna bring them some stuff?
No, Jethro, you couldn't squeeze enough stuff in this place to make it fit for two women to live in.
Well, then what are we gonna do?
We gotta get him to move into our place. It ain't gonna be easy, with her being such a prideful woman. But it just ain't right for us to have so much stuff and to let them live here in a place like this. Now, there's something I just can't understand. How can folks live in a big, fine house like that and let a poor, starving widow and her young'un live in a place like this right outside their gate?
Uncle Jed, let's go up and give them what for.
It ain't for us to speak judgment on them. Maybe the spirit of love will take hold like it did Miss Drysdale.
The Clampetts are moving from la to la. The Clampetts are moving from la to la. And I am so happy.
Hey, Miss Drysdale.
Splendid. You came back with another load.
Well, now, hold on. We decided not to move these things.
Why not?
Well, we're hoping that the Fenwicks will move in and use them here.
The Fenwicks? Mrs. Radnor Fenwick?
Yes, ma'am. You know, the widow with the skinny daughter named Cynthia.
They are moving into this house?
Well, we're hoping they will.
But this is marvelous. I've been trying for years to meet Mrs. Radnor Fenwick, and now she's going to be my next-door neighbor.
Well, it ain't for certain yet.
Have you engaged a real estate agent to help you sell them on the place?
No, ma'am, we just kind of figuring on talking them into it when they come over.
I'll help you. I'll dash home and change and come back and help you.
You see what I mean, Jethro? As Spirit of love has put wings on her feet.
I'll say, Uncle Jed. Just look at her go over that head.
Oh, really, Mummy, and that mink, you look just like any other common, ordinary, everyday millionaire. Now take it.
No, Cynthia, I can't. I just can't.
Well, you must.
I just can't.
Mummy, if anyone were actually to see you, I would die of mortification. Mummy, I thought I told you, no Jew.
No, Cynthia, I feel positively nude without diamonds.
We are trying to achieve the Clampett look, a look of studied slovenliness.
Oh, Cynthia.
Beasley, our purses, please.
No, Cynthia, not those buckets.
Be silly, Mummy. Yesterday, Ellie Mae Clampett carried one to school, and the effect was devastating.
Oh, dear, if your father could see us now, he'd just turn over in his mausoleum.
Beasley, get the rolls out of sight quickly. We'll call you if we need to.
Yes, Beasley, park it close by. Yes, I'll phone you to the front seat number.
Oh, Mummy, look at that.
Yes. Disgraceful, isn't it?
Disgraceful? It's fabulous. Unbelievably understated. It's probably the only purely existentialist car in Beverly Hills. We must have it copied.
But, Cynthia, we've used nothing but rolls for decades.
Oh, Mommy, this is progress. Don't you understand?
Frankly, no. I seem to have lost all sense of values. It's like a nightmare.
Don't you want me to set the table in the fancy eating room?
I reckon not, Ellie. We gotta be special careful not to put on airs around the poor widow.
Let's eat in the kitchen family style like we always have.
Well, that's a good idea. If we want the Fenwicks to move in here with us, we gotta make them feel like this family.
Jed, is the Fenwicks moving in with us lock, stock, and barrel?
Granny, the Fenwicks ain't got a lock, stock, and barrel to move in with. Right, Ellie?
That's right, Pa. Not even a rain barrel.
He ain't got a pump. He ain't got a place to wash at all.
Well, the best thing to do when they get here is to stick them in the tub and scrub them down.
I don't think they'd take to that right off.
Hey, Ellie Mae. Come on, Ellie, let's go swimming.
What's the matter with you? We's got company coming.
Oh, Granny, I'm hot and tired.
You get into some decent clothes.
Now, hold on, Granny. I think maybe Jethro solved their problem.
You see there, Granny? I solved your problem. What problem, Uncle Jed?
Getting the Fenwick scrub without shaving them none.
You mean I should do it?
Or you just go for a swim in the cement pond and take along a cakey Granny's lye soap and a nice stiff brush. Ellie Mae, when the widow and her young'un get over here, you invite them down to the cement pond for a swim.
Okay, Pa?
When they get down to the pond, Jethro, you commence the soaping and the scrubbing and the splashing, and they'll get the idea.
Dingies, that's a first-rate notion.
Well, thank you, Granny.
There goes that spooky music coming out of the walls again.
Sure is pretty.
Yeah, I hope it keeps playing until the widow gets here. It might cheer her up.
Well, someone best open the door. Because as soon as that music starts to play, someone's going to come and knocking at the door.
Yeah, no, it's Dad. Take a look outside, Ellie.
I just can't through with it.
Mommy, please, you can do it. Come on, I'll help you.
They's coming, but that poor old widow woman can't hardly make it.
I'll get my jug.
Is they wearing the clothes you bring them?
Yeah, Pa, and toting buckets.
To carry home leftovers. Lord love 'em. Let's go give them a helping hand.
Howdy there, Cynthia. This here's my Pa, and I reckon this is your Mom.
Welcome, welcome. Well, dogged if you ain't plumb tuckered with a Fenwick, but don't you worry. Granny will fix that.
Granny, this here's Cynthia Fenwick and her Mom.
Howdy, folks.
Take their buckets out to the kitchen, Ellie.
Yes, sir, Pa. See you in a little bit, Cynthia.
Thank you, darling. Too low.
Ellie Mae, be sure they're scoured good and don't leak.
Do it, Granny.
Here, widow, this'll brace you up.
Oh, thank you. Orange pickle?
No, white lightning.
Oh, I'm not familiar with the blend, but tea is tea.
Got her to breathing deep.
Here, Mummy. Mommy, have a cigarette, darling.
Oh, I wouldn't light a flame so close to your ma just yet. You just might set her off.
Come on, Willie. Let's go to the kitchen. I'll give you a nice hot bowl of owl soup.
Owl soup? Oh, Cynthia, please send for the rolls.
No, Mommy.
She's right, Witter. You don't need no rolls. Granny's baked some corn pone.
Leave my corn. Come on, Witter.
Oh, Cynthia, please help me.
Mr. Clampett, if I might be alone with Mummy for just a few moments, I think I shall be able to compose her.
Okay, Cynthia. Just follow your nose to the kitchen.
Yeah, the grits and jowls will lead you right to the door. Good girl, Widow.
Cynthia, did she say grits and jowls?
Yes, Mummy, doubtless the maid and the butler. Now, come, do get a grip on yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Mummy, think of all the trouble the Clampetts have taken to achieve a total look. The truck, those clothes, their speech. Why, they even weave.
You'd weave, too, if you ever drank their tea.
I must try to emulate them.
They'll never sell this house to the Fenwicks.
We can practice on the cleaning woman. Howdy there. Are you Grits?
I beg your pardon? Oh, we all is looking for grits and jowls.
Well, you'll find them in the kitchen. And please stay there, out of sight.
Now see here.
We uns is friends of the Clampetts.
Obviously. And the sooner you're all out of Beverly Hills, the better. Meantime, stay out of sight in the kitchen.
That is the surliest cleaning woman I've ever seen.
See, Mummy, even the Clampetts have a servant problem.
Yes, for the first time, I'm beginning to feel a common bond with them. We're both members of an oppressed minority group. Millionaires. Oh, there you are. We're still looking for grits and jowls.
Oh, we'll get to them directly. Ellie.
Oh, Cynthia, I bet you and your ma would like to go swimming, huh?
I wouldn't.
And no, neither would I.
We got a dandy pond, all made out of cement. Nice clean water in it, too.
And plenty of room to splash around and work up a good lather.
No, thank you.
No, I'll pass, too.
Maybe they just like to look at the pond. Show them, Ellie.
Okay, Pa.
No. We're not interested.
We didn't even bring shoes.
Well, I got one little picture.
And I'll try and find one for you, Etta. Based my possum, Jed.
Yeah, now come on, ladies. Pond's right out here. Come on, here you go. It's right over there to the right.
Peculiar behavior. Why do you suppose they're so insistent that we come up?
Mummy, looky there.
Magnificent.
What a specimen of manhood.
Who do you suppose he is?
Let's find out.
Clampett! Oh, Mr. Clampett.
Who is that Adonis by the side of the pool?
Adonis?
That magnificent creature with the rippling biceps.
Let's take a look, ma'am.
That's why they wanted us to see the pool. They're going to attempt a little matchmaking.
Oh, I hope so.
Right there is Duke.
Duke?
He has a title?
Yeah, Duke.
Duke of what? Where's he from?
Well, he was born in Oxford. He's been with us since he was a little feller.
Then he's the Duke of Oxford.
Yeah, I reckon so. We just call him Duke.
He hasn't got a wife, has he?
Well, he's had his share of lady friends, but nobody right at the moment.
Cynthia, I sure do hope you change your mind about going swimming.
Oh, I have.
Oh, Cynthia, you seem right fond of Duke. If you want him to like you, just tickle him behind the ear.
He just loves that, Cynthia.
And when he lays over on his back, scratch his belly.
If they don't stand there, get scratching.
Show her where to change, Ellie.
Okay, Pa.
Mr. Clampett, I imagine that Cynthia and I do appear a bit eager, but I want you to know that my daughter is worthy of royalty. We Fenwicks are a very, very old family.
Oh, now, Witter, don't talk like that. There's many a good tune left in an old fiddle.
Here's a brand new swimming suit. Never been wore before. It was give to Jed here for a wedding present. Remember, Jed? Too big. Wouldn't be enough left sticking out to wash. Wash? We'll make do. You better leave the room, Jed. Go on out to the laundry tub, Witter, and peel your shirt off.
Cut it out, Ellie. Oh, excuse me. Howdy, ma'am.
Your Grace.
Yours too.
Permit me to present myself to you.
Well, thank you very kindly, but I don't think my Uncle Jed would let me keep you.
Oh, Your Grace.
Yours too.
I am Cynthia Fenwick.
Oh, hey, is your ma coming?
No, we are quite alone.
Well, shall we go in the water?
No, I'd rather not.
Well, then why don't you just sit here and you can watch me?
Your Grace.
Yours too. Now watch here. Are you watching, Cynthia?
Oh, yes, I am.
All right, now, here we go. You get the idea?
Well, it looks as if you are taking a bath.
That's all right. Come on in.
Your Grace.
Yours too.
Mobile operator, give me JL 13411. No, make that 12. I want the front seat.
I thought I told you to stay out of sight in the kitchen.
Now look here. I have taken all the abuse I intend to take in this house. Clamp it look or no clamp it look. Duke or no Duke. I refuse to... Oh, Beasley! Come quickly, please. This is...
Now you get out of here. And take that other antique with you.
I refuse to take orders from a poorly dressed, ill-mannered, overweight cleaning woman.
Why, you loutish hillbilly. I am Mrs. Milburn Drysdale.
And what does that mean?
It means that I am a pillar of society.
You were a pillar. I am cutting you down to a stump.
Don't you dare pull a knife on me.
The only thing I'm going to pull on you is your head.
Yeah, Jethro, Granny said she had trouble scrubbing the Witter. How'd you do with the daughter?
I tried, Uncle Jed, but that girl ain't washed in so long I couldn't sell her on the idea.
Granny said the Witter bucked like a mule, too, and then she busted loose and run.
Can we eat now?
Yeah, Jethro, scoot up the back way and get some clothes on.
You know something, Uncle Jed? That skinny little rascal, all she wanted to do was tickle me behind the ear and scratch my belly.
Paul, come quick. Miss Drysdale and the widow Fenwick is having a real cat fight in the front hall.
Let me up, you female wrestler. I'll have you drummed out of Beverly Hills.
Sylvia Carter, hold her right there. Now I'm going to finish the job with a Fenwick.
Did you call her Fenwick?
I did.
Here now, get off that floor, starving Miss Fenwick. You all right, Witter? You all right?
Oh, I have never been less all right in my entire life.
Beasley's here. What's the matter?
Ask no questions. Just flee for your life.
Uncle Jed, can we please eat now?
Not me and you, Jethro. A fellow named Beasley just grabbed the Witter and her young and made off with them. Come on, we got to catch him.
Uncle Jed. Now the gates are closed.
Well, I'll be doggone. That Beasley feller is the one that lives in that big mansion.
And he's taken the widow and Cynthia into his house.
Bound and scraping to him, too.
Uncle Jed, you was right about not speaking judgment on that rich fella.
Yeah, looks like the spirit of love sure took a hold of him, all right. Come on, Jethro, let's go home and have some possum.
With Mr. Drysdale. She'll be right out.
Say, ain't you the girl that Shorty Kellums is so fond of?
Yes, how is the little darling?
He's getting married tomorrow.
The wedding's gonna be at our place. Would you like to come?
Oh, thank you. But I could never see Shorty married to another woman. He's so cute, and we've had such fun together.
Yeah, Shorty says you two likes to go dancing.
Oh, he's a marvelous dancer. Oh, and so cuddly.
Well, you've had your last dance with little Cuddly.
What a pity.
Granny, Mr. Clampett, what a pleasant surprise.
Welcome, welcome. We are honored by your presence.
Was we supposed to bring presents?
Reckon so.
No, I simply meant... Oh, come in.
Thank you.
We just dropped by to invite the both of you to Shorty's wedding.
Ah, so he's finally marrying Alverna.
That's right.
When is the happy event?
Well, a happy event was yesterday when Shorty locked herself in your secretarial pool. The wedding's tomorrow.
At 3 o'clock. Can you come?
It's up to the chief.
Oh, we'll be there if Shorty doesn't run away again.
Oh, that's all over and done with. Shorty can't wait for the ceremony.
Really?
You ought to see him, Miss Jane. He's just like a caged bear.
Have a heart, Alverna. Let me out of that blasted bear cage.
Stop complaining about this cage. It's my wedding present from Mayor Heller.
Why couldn't he give you silver like other people?
He wisely decided this would be more useful. Oh, it's beautifully constructed. He built it himself.
Gone that Chad Heller. He has to be a blacksmith.
You got no one to blame but yourself. You had to go running away, going to see those pretty secretaries at the bank.
You call them girls pretty? Why, compared to you, they's a bunch of scarecrows.
And why'd you keep going to see them?
Shorty enjoys seeing you all the more, sweetie pie. After you look at a bunch of turkeys, you appreciate the peacock.
Oh, Shorty.
You gorgeous creature.
Stop that.
Your regular love got it. You drive a man wild. If I was out there, I'd grab you and kiss you.
Oh, well, if you feel that way, I'll unlock the cage.
That's my sweet baby.
And come inside with you.
Forget it. Folks will talk. I don't want to sully your lily white reputation.
You're right, dear. We'll both be strong. I'll finish preparing your lunch. I'm baking you a cake.
Put a saw in it.
What was that?
I said I saw it. It's a beauty.
Hi there, Miss Bradshaw, Mr. Keller.
Hello, Ellie, dear. I'm about to prepare lunch. If you'd like a cooking lesson, now's the time.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I'll be right in. Fairchild and me's awful sorry about you being in this cage, Mr. Kellums.
Say, Ellie, after the wedding, how about me making you a present of this cage?
No, thanks. I like my bedroom just fine.
I mean for your bear. In fact, if you unlock it right now, he can come in and see if he likes it.
Sorry, Mr. Kellums, but Paul gave me strict orders. This cage ain't to be unlocked till the wedding rehearsal. Besides, I would never put a critter in a cage. That's cruel.
Great place they got here. Bears roam around free and people is caged.
I'll put the truck around back.
All right, boy, but remember, don't let Shorty out of that cage.
I won't.
He's a tricky little rascal. Be careful he don't outsmart you.
Outsmart me? Did you hear that, Uncle Jed?
I heard it.
Granny, this here is a 6th grade brain. Ain't no little country rube like Shorty Kellums gonna outsmart this. I got an IQ that's way up yonder. I'm what you call a giant intellect.
All right, Giant, just don't let the man out of the cage. What does that mean when you do that?
Oh, that there is sign language.
Wonder what we was talking about.
Now, see if our cakes are done.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we do that by inserting a broom straw. Oh, mine is done to perfection. Here.
I test mine in a different way. Mine's done.
Ellie Mae, I have to come right out and say it. You are an abominable cook.
Oh, thank you. Granny don't think I'm very good.
Hey, Jethro.
Now, don't think you can get me letting you out of that cage, because you can't. Too smart for that.
Oh, I know that.
I got me a giant brain sitting up here betwixt my ears.
I bet it's a beauty. I sure would like to have me a look at it.
How would you do that?
By looking in your ear.
Can you see a brain that way?
Sure, didn't you know that?
Well, no. My eyes being on the front of my head and my ears on the side, I ain't never been able to look in at my own brain. Sure would like to see that rascal, though.
Well, unlock this door and I'll come out and take a peek and tell you what it looks like.
Oh, no. I ain't letting you out of there. I'm too smart for that.
Okay.
I'm coming in and you can take a look at my brain.
Can't wait to get a glimpse of that thing. It must be a monster brain.
Oh, yeah. Lots of folks that ain't seen it says I got the brain of a monster.
Kind of hunker down so I can get a look.
Okay.
Face this way so the light will come in the side. Now, hold real still.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Too dark in there to see your brain. I'm going to go get a flashlight.
Well, I wasn't supposed to let you out.
You didn't. I let myself out.
Oh. Well, in that case, Uncle Ted can't get mad at me.
Of course you can. See you later.
Hey, Shorty.
Yeah, Jethro.
Granny said not to let you outsmart me. You didn't, did you?
How could I outsmart a brain like yours?
What am I worried about?
You keep stirring as you pour in the grits so they don't lump up on you.
Yes, ma'am.
What you doing, girls?
Oh, I'm giving Ellie Mae a cooking lesson.
Oh, good, good.
Have a piece of cake, Pa, fresh out of the oven.
Who baked these?
Well, she baked one and I baked one.
I promised mine to Shorty.
You can have mine, Pa.
Well, bless you, darling. That's mighty nice of you.
Should I chip you off a piece?
I think I'll pass on that, Ellie. It might spoil my lunch. I think I'll go check on Shorty.
I'll have his lunch ready in 5 minutes.
Fine, I'll let him out for a little exercise. All right, now, Shorty, you're gonna... Jethro.
Jet?
What are you doing in there?
Waiting for Shorty to come back with a flashlight.
What does he need with a flashlight?
He's gonna shine it in my ear, see can he catch a glimpse of my giant brain.
He told you that?
Well, yes, sir. Can't hardly blame him for wanting to see what's inside this head.
True. Often wondered what's in there myself. All right, come on out, boy.
Well, Chief, I'm afraid I have bad news for you.
Shorty Kellums is in the secretarial pool.
How did you know?
I expected it. But this time I'm ready for him. I deputized one of my employees. And I venture to say he's under arrest at this very moment.
Listen. Don't turn me into Mrs. Drysdale. We can skip out of here and have some fun.
Sorry, Shorty, there's a reward for your arrest, and I can use it.
But, sweetie pie.
Besides, there's no future for me. You're getting married tomorrow.
That gives us 24 hours, baby. We'll paint the town red. We'll have the fling of fling. Burn the candle at both ends. Just dance the night away.
No sale. I need that reward. Here he is, Mr. Drysdale.
Good work, Gloria.
I accuse this officer of police brutality and cruelty.
What did she do?
She won't do nothing. That's what's so cruel.
Do I get my reward now?
We'll discuss that later. Okay, Shorty, now you're in for it.
Don't hurt him.
I'm not afraid of him. If you think you're going to make me crawl in front of her, you've got another thing coming.
Let's go.
What are you going to do? Lock me in the vault, beat me at the bag of nickels? You can't scare me, Drysdale.
I'm turning you over to Alverna Bradshaw.
No, not that, please. I promise. I'll never come back. I'll never bother you again. Give me another chance. Please, no, have mercy. I can't face it. Please,
It's awful when they crack like that.
There we are, Shorty.
Yeah, back to the big house. Thanks a lot, Stu Pigeon.
I'm only doing what's best for you. I hope you behave yourself now.
I hope your cashier turns out to be an embezzler.
Chief, look at Shorty's car. He'll certainly never escape in this.
Yeah, I'll say he won't.
It looks like the handiwork of that master blacksmith, Mr. Heller.
It is.
Well, thanks for fetching over the prisoner. I mean the groom.
I hereby remand him into your custody, Mr. Clavitt. Now, I hope you can keep him secure until the wedding.
Well, I'll do my best, but I sure am going to miss old Shad.
Mayor Heller's gone?
Yes, ma'am. He had to go back to Silver Dollar City. See, with everybody gone, the population's dropped down to 24.
I don't understand.
Well, he's got to go back to get it back up to 25 so that the town can qualify for government aid.
I wish we might have said au revoir.
Two of the most beautiful words in our language.
Chief, au revoir is French.
I was talking about government aid.
Well, come on in, everybody. You're just in time for the wedding rehearsal.
You mean you ain't gonna put me back in the cage?
That's right. You're going to practice with Alverna, saying I do.
Put me back in the cage.
Miss Jane, I'd appreciate it if you'd kind of take charge of the proceedings.
My pleasure. But what about Granny?
No, she's too busy fixing victuals for the reception.
Oh, anything I can do?
It'd be mighty helpful if you'd stand in for the judge.
Fine, be happy to.
Ready, Mr. Clavitt and Bride?
I'm ready.
Ready, willing, and action. Very well. Best man will enter with groom.
If I'm gonna be handcuffed to the best man, could we get one with shorter legs?
Do walk more slowly, Jethro.
Can't we skip this and rehearse the part where we eat?
Do not rehearse the reception, Jethro. Now, when Mr. Clampett reaches your side, you will unlock the manacle from your wrist and handcuff the groom to the bride.
Don't you even trust me to stick around during the ceremony?
Orders are orders. Now, Mr. Clampett, when you give the bride away, well, perhaps I'd better come up there and explain it to you.
Jethro, we best rehearse the part where you unlock the handcuff.
Good idea. Did she say to unlock yours or mine?
Mine.
Hey.
Oh, say, Jethro, look up there.
Huh?
The way the shadow hits that wall, it looks exactly like a girl taking a sunbath.
Well, I don't see it.
Keep looking, it'll take shape.
Shorty, doggone if I can see a girl up there taking a sunbath.
What's going on?
Granny, this ain't gonna be no shotgun wedding.
It might have to be if the boy Boob here keeps letting the groom get away.
Did you get away, Shorty?
No.
He tried, but he didn't make it.
See, Uncle Jed, you got the giant brain on your side.
I'm afraid so.
Well, things are slightly out of order, but let's proceed. Will the bridesmaid and flower girl come take your places? Oh, very nice. Yes, right here beside the bride, Ellie Mae. You ready, Chief?
All ready.
I'd like to stay and listen to the words of the ceremony. They're so beautiful, they always make me cry.
Fine. Proceed, Chief.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to witness the joining together of this couple in happy wedlock. As I perform this ceremony, I'm struck by the thought that getting married is like opening a joint account at the Commerce Bank of Beverly Hills, where your savings earn a full 5%. And where...
All right, Chief, that will do.
But Granny wants to hear the words. They make her cry.
Them don't.
They certainly make me unhappy. Friends, let's take it again from the top. Everybody back to your places.
Can I stay and watch?
Of course. Chief, please, no commercials this time.
Well, okay, if you want the same old dull ceremony you've heard 100 times.
We do. Ready, Mr. Closet?
Ready?
Ready, Ellie Mae? Ready. Ready, Jethro? Ready. For the best man ever with the groom. Jethro, where's Shorty?
Well, I'll be doggone. He disappeared.
You done it again, Super Boob. You let yourself get outsmarted.
Did Shorty outsmart me?
No, the ape did.
Oh, that's good. Shorty, I gotta be careful of.
Where's Shorty? Don't tell me he's run away again.
I'm afraid so, Alverna.
Oh, I hope I won't appear oversensitive. But I'm beginning to get the suspicion that Shorty doesn't want to go through with this wedding.
Oh, no, he just got a bad case of what you call bridegroom jitters.
Worst I ever seen.
All right, let's get on with the wedding rehearsal. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to join this couple in happy wedlock.
Chief, don't you see who is handcuffed to the best man?
Personally, I see very little difference.
Oh, I'm never gonna get married. I'm gonna have to go back home in shame.
Now, Berta, don't cry. Shorty will be here for the wedding, I promise. I know where he's headed, Miss Jean.
So do I. The secretarial pool.
He ain't had time to get far. Let's jump in your car and head him off.
My car's gone.
I know who done it.
Shall I call a cab?
No, it ain't fur to the bank. You go in and comfort the bride. I'll fetch the groom home.
I'm so mad at that fiancé of mine. I could just belt him.
Let me give you a little advice, Alverna. Never belt your fiancé. Wait until he's your husband, and then you can beat the tar out of him.
Excellent advice, Granny.
Shorty! Shorty Kellum! What do you want?
Shorty, you're getting married to Alverna Bradshaw in 24 hours. Now, why don't you just give up and face it?
Jed, I know my time's running out, but I ain't giving up hope. Say hello to hope.
I prepared a delicious meal for you, Shorty Kellums, though goodness knows why I should.
Ain't every condemned man entitled to a last meal?
You keep talking that way, and I might just call off our wedding.
Is that a promise?
That's insult number 2. Try to behave like a gentleman. I appeal to you as a man.
You don't even appeal to me as a woman.
That's number 3.
Now, how'd I have to go to reach a magic number?
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but we're getting married in the morning.
Doggone it. Hey, Jethro.
Hey, now listen, Shorty. You ain't tricking me again, so don't bother trying.
All I want you to do is just fetch over old Duke so I can give him a lunch.
You're gonna give that lunch to a dog?
No, I'm too nervous to eat. Besides, it's just a big old thick hunk of tender, juicy pot roast swimming in delicious brown gravy that you sop up with that fresh mouth watering cornbread.
Hey, that's too good for a hound dog. Let me eat it.
Okay.
Boy, that smells good. Hey, I'm starving. Here.
Tough luck, Jethro. It won't go through the bars. Call Duke. I'll throw it out on the ground.
Oh, no, don't do that. I'll come in and get it. Shorty, do I have your word of honor that you won't leave this cage?
My word of honor. That is the last thing on my mind.
Okay. Shorty! You give me your word that leaving this cage was the last thing on your mind.
It is. First, last, and only thing. Go on, Jethro.
Well, Chief, here's your deputy.
Some deputy. You were supposed to arrest Shorty if he came in the secretarial pool.
And you were supposed to give me a reward.
Okay. If Shorty shows up again and you arrest him and bring him here, you'll get your reward.
How much?
How does 50 sound to you?
It sounds beautiful.
Okay, that's your reward, 50.
Swell.
You're actually going to give her $50?
I never mentioned the word dollar. Her reward is a birthday cake.
A birthday cake?
When she's 50, she gets it.
Chief, you're rotten to the core.
Rotten, but rich.
Well, Shorty, I hope you had... Jethro,
Hi, Uncle Jed.
what are you doing in there?
Eating Duke's lunch. Well, it was Shorty's lunch, and he was going to give it to Duke, but I talked him into giving it to me.
Shorty outsmarted you again.
Well, maybe. This time it come out even. I outsmarted Duke.
Boy, you are one of a kind.
You betcha. I wasn't behind the door when the brains was passed out.
I wonder if you was even in the room. What's the matter?
Good news. Mr. Drysdale just called.
And that 3-day waiting law has been revoked.
Verna and Shorty can get married right away.
Shorty, darling, come on out, sweetheart. We're going to get married immediately. Angel! Honey lamb!
He's gone.
That little worm.
Mr. Clampett, Milburn Drysdale. You got my good news? Well, Shorty and Alverna can become bride and groom immediately.
Well, yes, sir, except for one thing. We ain't got no groom.
Don't worry about that. I've got him. He's sitting here handcuffed to my deputy. And listen, this time let's take no chances. We'll have the wedding right here in my office.
My doggies, that's a dandy idea. I'll get duded up and fetch a bride right over.
Miss Hathaway's already on her way to pick you up. Yes, I've even sent for the judge. This time there'll be no slip-up. See you here. Bye. Under no circumstances are you to unlock those handcuffs, understand?
Yes, sir.
Good.
How about my 50?
Don't worry, you'll make it.
Well, Gloria, I reckon this is it.
Yes. I'm sorry, Shorty.
Not as sorry as I am. We had us good times together.
We sure did.
How about one last dance?
I'd love it.
Come in, come in. Judge Marshall should be here any minute. He's a very busy man, but as a favor to me, he's going to squeeze in this ceremony.
Well, we's mighty grateful to you for arranging everything.
My pleasure. Well, there you are, Judge Marshall. I'd like you to meet Jed Clampett, and this is the blushing bride, Alverna Bradshaw.
Mr. Drysdale says you're a busy man, Judge, so we're ready when you are.
Well, I'm afraid I'll have to come back. I don't have time to perform another wedding right now.
Another wedding?
Yes. I just married the happy couple in your office.
You two are married? That's right.
Shorty, Kellums, you can't do this to me!
Werner, will you keep your voice down? We're on our honeymoon.
I want this marriage annulled immediately.
I'll see to it. Shorty. Shorty. Shorty!
What's on, Jed?
You know the code of the hills. Your promise to Alverna Bradshaw. Your marriage to Gloria's got to be annulled.
Okay, Jed.
When? When?
Oh, tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Friday too late.
This ought to get the Clampetts interested in deep-sea fishing, don't you agree?
Chief, it is a master stroke of psychological strategy.
Thanks. Grab the tail.
It cleverly takes cognizance of their innate love of the sport of hunting, which has been drastically curtailed by Ellie Mae's love of the very creatures they hunt.
Yeah, grab the tail.
Provides these active, rugged mountaineers with all the thrills and excitement of the chase they so thoroughly enjoy.
Yeah, grab the tail.
And they become devotees. It will prevent their leaving Beverly Hills and returning to their home. For, by its very nature, big game fishing is impossible in their landlocked, mountainous terrain. I repeat, Chief, it is a master stroke of psychological strategy.
All this because I said 3 lousy words. Don't you agree? I'm going to say 3 more. Grab the tail!
Granny, me and old Duke here is plumb tuckered out. We walked clean over to the golf pasture looking for some game.
What'd you get?
We got mean mouthed and stick chased out of there.
You mean you come home with nothing, empty-handed again?
Well, we did manage to find a few of them golf eggs.
Throw them out, Jed. They just can't be cooked. I boiled them and porched them and fried them. And they still come out gummy as an old boot. Doggone it, I wanted some fresh game meat.
Well, looks like we's caught betwixt and between, Granny. Folks don't want me shooting the gun, and when I snare the game, Ellie makes a pet out of it.
Uncle Jed, Granny! Come see what Mr. Drysdale and Miss Jane brought us. A great big old fish about this long.
Fish that size must be a channel cat.
Yeah, some catfish rolled in cornmeal, deep fried. Ought to taste pretty good right now, huh?
It sure would.
Come on, let's go.
Remember, not a word to my wife about giving this trophy to the Clampetts.
Right, Chief.
That fishing trip to the Gulf of Mexico cost us about $4,000. And this is all we have to show for it.
I understand.
Plus which, it took her 6 hours to land it.
Well, doggies, that is a big fish.
Ain't no catfish.
Looks like a carp.
No, this is a tarpon. That's a saltwater fish.
Oh, you cook them in salt water, do you?
No, it lives in salt water. The tarpon is a noted deep-sea game fish.
And I want you to have it for your game room.
Our what room?
Game room. That's the one with the trophies on the wall. The billiard room.
Oh, you mean the fancy eating room.
Yes, as you so quaintly call it.
What do I have to do to them?
Nothing. It's been prepared by an expert taxidermist.
Feels nice and crisp.
I'd sure like to see the skillet he was fried in.
Me too. Appears like the grease got too hot and he curled up a mite.
Oh, no, he's not fried.
Baked?
No.
Don't smell like he's been smoked.
Tarpon are rarely cooked at all. Once caught, they're usually preserved, like this one.
Oh, preserved.
Like pickled?
Well, yes, in a way. It's quite a process. They're cleaned, scraped, treated with chemicals, even the bones are removed. Then, a form is made and the skin
Miss
is...
Hathaway.
Sorry, Chief.
Mr. Clampett, I'm sure you'd enjoy catching a fish like this.
I would for a fact. Now, there's a critter even Ellie wouldn't make a pet out of.
Then it's all settled. Now, I'm going out and get you the finest deep-sea fishing equipment that money can buy.
Oh, no need to do that, Mr. Drysdale. I can cut myself a pole and make a hook out of a bent nail.
No, catching big game fish like tarpon and marlin requires very special equipment.
It does indeed, Mr. Clampett. The black marlin, for example, which is a native of our own Pacific waters.
Jethro, fetch this fish out to the kitchen. I gotta figure out how to cook him.
But, Granny, Miss Jane said you didn't have to do nothing more to it. She said that it was all...
I heard what she said, but I say that this fish ain't got a fresh-caught look to it. And nobody's chomping on him till I've cooked him.
Yes, ma'am, Granny. She's right. It could use some tendering up.
You're gonna commence a tendering up, you wall-eyed, ocean-going varmint.
You cooking that fish?
I ain't giving him a bath.
Jane said he already been prepared by experts, something or other.
Taxi driver.
That sounds like it, yeah.
He better stick to driving taxis. He don't know shucks about fish. I've been boiling this rascal for 2 hours, and he's still tough as harness leather.
You know what it could be, Granny?
What?
Swimming around in the salt water all them years is what toughened him up. You know what brine will do to any kind of hide.
I know what it's done to his hide. Why, I've dulled 3 knives trying to cut him up. Finally had Jethro fetch him out here and throw him into my big kettle whole.
And cooking him 2 hours ain't soften him up none?
Not one smidgen. And I've had both ends in the water.
Granny, we's hungry. Ain't that fish ready yet?
That fish ain't never gonna be ready.
Well, let's go catch one of our own.
Yeah, with this fish winding machine.
It'll be a freshwater fish if I cook it. I'd as leave try to stew an alligator as that thing.
Come on, Jethro, let's dig some worms.
Now, hold on. I reckon it'd hurt Mr. Drysdale's feelings considerable if he was to find out we didn't eat his fish.
But, Uncle Jed, I pretty near broke a tooth on that thing.
And if Jethro can't bite through it, nobody can.
How about Rusty, my cat? He's had his eye on it ever since Jethro fetched it out here.
Yeah, let's give it to him.
It's a heap of fish for one cat.
Don't worry about that, Granny. Appears like Rusty is rounding him up some friends to help.
All I can say to you is, loads of luck.
Well, didn't you cut poles for Pa and Granny?
Granny's going to use the new store-bought pole from Mr. Drysdale, and Uncle Jed's going to try out his new fishing machine.
You dig a nice bucket of worms, Ellie?
Yes, sir, Pa. They's on the truck. What's that thing you're wearing?
Well, this here is a fishing machine harness for holding this here fishing machine.
I still say that's a mighty short pole.
I reckon it's meant for fishing over the side of a boat, man.
Ain't gonna get me on no boat.
Ain't figuring to. But it worked just well off a bridge. You know any good fishing bridges, Jethro?
Only bridge I know goes over the Los Angeles River.
Ain't nothing like a river for catfish. Let's get going.
Wasn't much water in it last time we was there.
Maybe the beavers had it dammed up.
If May's still there, can I bring home a beaver?
No more critters.
Quiet down, Granny. We ain't bringing home nothing but fish. Let her roll, Jethro. Come on, Jethro. You're wasting time. There ain't no fish in there.
That is the poorest excuse of a river I ever did see.
Pitiful, just pitiful.
Los Angeles is so ashamed of that river, they had to put up cement walls to hide it.
It'll be better when the spring thaw sets in. Come on, let's go find us a creek or a pond.
Hey, wait a minute. I got a bite.
My doggies, he has a dad.
Gilly, fetch my pole, quick!
What for? This ain't nothing but a boot.
I know it. I'm gonna fish for the other one. They're better than the ones I'm wearing.
You young'uns wait here. Granny and me is going in and talk to Mr. Drysdale.
Yeah, I have a few things to say that you might oughtn't to hear. Him and his Beverly Hills fishing.
Now, simmer down, Granny. We'll get it straightened out. Keep eye on the poles and stuff.
Guess what, Chief?
What?
You're taking the Sea Witch tomorrow.
I am not. You know she doesn't get along with the Clappets.
The Sea Witch is the boat you've chartered.
Oh. Well, don't scare me like that.
My doggies, we come here to complain about having no place to fish. You ought to see where poor Mr. Drysdale is trying his luck.
Granny, Mr. Clampett, come in, come in.
Mr. Drysdale, are you catching anything out of there?
Well, I wasn't really trying to catch anything.
We was trying.
What did you get?
One old boot, and it don't fit too good.
I thought the hunting around here was poor, but the fishing is really miserable.
We found a pond with some fish in it up the street yonder. The one with the spring and the bubbles coming out of in the middle.
Oh, that's a municipal fountain, and those are goldfish.
I hope you didn't try to catch any of those.
Oh, yeah, we caught a lot of them, but we threw them all back. The biggest one was no better than that.
Mr. Clampett, Granny, tomorrow you will have the fishing experience of your lives. I have chartered a boat.
I ain't setting foot on no boat.
Granny, you'll be perfectly safe. It's quite large, and there's an expert crew aboard.
I ain't getting on no boat.
But you love it, Granny. Wait till you experience the thrill of hooking a giant barracuda.
I ain't going.
Of fighting sea bass.
I ain't going.
Bonita, albacore,
I ain't going.
yellowtail.
You can call me coward all you want. I ain't going.
Please, Mr. Clappett, bring her back. I want to explain.
I'll bring her back, but you're going to have a job getting her on the boat. Granny's right fond of fishing, but she likes to do her rocking on dry land.
Doggone it. Deep-sea game fishing is made to order for that scrappy little woman.
One look at a 500-pound sea bass, and she'll never fish in fresh water again.
Chief, I've got an idea. An inspiration. It combines all the elements
Oh,
of...
wait a minute. Can you tell me in 5,000 words or less?
I can tell you in one word, Marineland.
Marineland,
Yes, there, with her feet firmly planted on dry land. Granny can gaze through glass windows into a huge tank and observe at arm's length specimens of sea life by the thousands, from the largest mammals to the tiniest crustaceans.
Now, Granny, it won't hurt you none to listen to Mr. Drysdale.
He ain't getting me out on no water.
But, Granny, I know how fond you are of fish.
I'm fond of ducks, too. But I ain't going up in the sky after them.
Sit down.
Well, youngins, we're going fishing after all.
Mr. Drysdale told us about a fishing hole that's got 'em all beat.
He's going to take us out there first thing in the morning.
It's a gymnastic.
You can look through a glass window and pick out the kind of fish you like.
Some of 'em as big as this truck.
Let's go right now.
Yeah, I'm all for that, Jed.
Well, I reckon it would spare Mr. Drysdale a heap of trouble.
Yeah, where is it, Paul?
Down there in the ocean, a place called Marineland.
Do you reckon the Marines would let us fish there?
Well, he didn't say nothing about that.
Well, they hadn't better try to stop me. I'm catching one of them whoppers for supper tonight.
The Marines is real tough fighters, Granny, and they tote guns.
Well, let's stop by home and get our guns.
Hold on, Granny. We ain't taking on the whole United States Marine.
And he called me a yellowtail.
Fight him, Granny.
Ain't nobody gonna fight nobody. We'll ask them Marines nice and polite, can we fish in a fishing hole?
What if they say no?
We'll jump that quick when we come to it. Drive on, Jethro. Excuse me there, young feller. Are you a Marine?
No, sir, Air Force. But there's a Marine. Oh, Sergeant.
Yes, Lieutenant.
These people seem to be looking for a Marine.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Well, we heard stories about all the big fish there is in there, and we sure would like to try our luck.
Be my guest.
Well, thank you.
Oh, it's a great spot. You'll love it.
Big fish, huh?
I'll say, if you like real big fish, be sure to catch the whales.
We do our best.
Sure is nice of the Marines to let us use their fishing holes.
Yeah. Hey, this looks like a good one. Pull up here, Jethro.
They must be them whales that Marine told us to catch.
I've got to admit, them's big fish.
I don't think we got a pole big enough to pull one of them rascals in.
According to the sign on the fishing hole, them there is porpoises.
I want me a whale. Drive on. What's these critters?
The sign says these here is seals.
Well, let's see what else we can find.
I want me a whale.
I like them, especially that baby one. This here's the biggest one yet.
It's a dandy.
Is this where the whales are supposed to be?
That's what the sign says.
I don't see no fish.
Maybe you gotta drop a line in and get a bite.
Put a hook on my line, Jethro.
Yes, sir, Granny.
Ellie Mae, I'm gonna catch me the biggest whale there is in there. Fish me out a nice big fat worm.
I don't believe I'd bother with a worm if I was you.
Think a grasshopper would make better bait?
Unless you can find one the size of a hog.
Grasshopper don't come that big.
And you better use a hog. Look out yonder. Here he comes again.
And we thought them porpoises was big.
Ain't nobody be mine.
What are you gonna catch him with, Granny?
Big Jethro.
You ain't gonna put me on no hook.
No. You go out there on that board and make a noise like a grasshopper.
You mean rub my legs together?
I don't care how you do it, but do it. Then when he jumps out of the water to grab you, you grab him first.
How?
Throw your arms around him. Grab him out of there and fling him on the bank.
Granny, I reckon you're getting a little carried away. I'd be proud as you to take that big rascal home, but instead of gaining the fish, we might be losing the boy.
If the Marines can catch him that big, so can we. Come on, Jethro. Go on, Jethro, go on.
All right, but you come with me.
What's the matter, Jethro? You scared of a fish?
Well, that's what I am. Here's a whole bucket of fish. Why don't we take these home? Then we don't have to bother that big ugly rascal.
Give him one. He'll think we're friendly. Catch him off guard. Go on, Jethro, go on.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean you're ugly.
That's right, Jethro. Tempt him again.
That's it. Looking down his throat is like looking through a cellar door.
All right, Granny, that's enough. Come on, Jethro, get off of here.
You bring the fish, Uncle Jed.
Wants another fish, Jed?
Here's one for you, young fella. I think this whale wants them all.
It's a baby walrus. Ain't he cute, Paul? Can I take him home?
Hadn't better, Ellie. He'd remind Granny too much of Leif Crick. Ain't that right, Granny? Where'd you go, Granny? Jethro!
Put me down, you big coward.
I caught her, Uncle Jed. She was bringing her back to the whale tank.
I reckon we better head for home. Quieten down.
You can't catch a whale, Granny.
It's too much fish for a little woman like you.
Now, fish don't live. That's too much for me. I'll see him in my skillet if it's the last thing I ever do.
Just getting close to him, Love, will be the last thing you ever do. Now settle down.
I know what I'll do. I'll roll him in cornmeal. That's what I'll do. Deep fry him. Get that rascal yet?
Where are you going, Gran?
None of your business.
Who sent her off?
Poor Granny.
Yeah, the sad part of it is, when she goes telling folks about the one that got away, ain't nobody gonna believe her.
Hey, Uncle Jed, look what I found on the truck. A baby seal.
That's my baby seal. You put him down.
Ellie Mae Clampett, did you carry off that critter from Marine Land?
No, sir. He followed me.
Followed you?
Yeah, you just put him down and I'll show you.
Ellie Mae? I reckon he followed you to the truck, but he didn't get up by himself.
No, sir. I helped him a little.
We'll help him again, because we're taking him back.
Come on, Whiskers.
Hey, Granny, we's going back to Marine Land.
Don't get her steamed up again. There ain't no way in the world that little woman can catch that big...
Let's go. I'm ready for that big
Ellie, you know what I'm holding in my hands? Clampett City. The new high-rise development that will make millions. And millions and millions.
Chief,
I have warned you before. Never interrupt me when I'm saying that word. The smartest move I ever made was buying Mammoth Picture Studios for Jed Clampett. 300 golden acres of unexploited real estate. And we'll start right here on the back lot. And we'll bulldoze all of this flat.
Chief.
And right here where the Western Street now stands will rise Clampett City's tallest building, Drysdale Towers.
Chief.
40 stories of steel and glass.
Chief, you cannot destroy that Western Street.
Why not?
Because Jed Clampett and his family are living there.
What do you mean they're living there? This isn't a real town, it's a movie set.
Nevertheless, they have moved in.
But the buildings aren't even completed.
They are completing them.
They can't do that. We'll lose millions and millions and millions and millions. Well, don't stand there. Interrupt me.
Well, reckon that's it. How's she look, Ellie?
Looks just like Luke Short's general store back home.
Oh, that'll please Granny. I tried to copy Luke's place near as I could recollect.
Oh, is this all right for the big opening sign?
Yeah, that's fine. Jethro can paint that quick as him and Granny gets back with the supplies. Now, sit down here for a minute. I want to talk to you.
About what, Pa?
Oh, about our little town here. I reckon you've been wondering why I've been so all-fired anxious to get folks to commence moving here and settling down and trading in our general store.
Oh, on account of cause Granny always wanted a store like this.
Well, that's only part of it, Ellie. You remember Luke Short's daughters used to clerk in his store back home?
I sure do. They was 12 of them. Samantha Jane and Elverna Rose and Priscilla.
Yeah, I remember. And every one of them got a husband because they clerked in the store and boys could come in and meet him and get acquainted. And I'm hoping that'll happen around here.
Wouldn't that be something if Granny got herself a husband?
Well, I was thinking about you, Ellie.
Me?
Now, I know we had high hopes for Beverly Hills, but them big city boys turned out to be mighty standoffish.
They sure did.
Now, these small-town boys are different and more friendly. You get yourself a husband in no time at all.
I will?
You play your cards right, you will. Sounds like supplies is coming.
You're scaring my chickens.
General store's all ready, Granny.
Good.
Granny, you figuring on selling chickens?
No, but I'm figuring on selling eggs. And I want them to be strictly fresh. That's the spirit, Emma. Now, if the rest of them will all get in and work that fast, we'll get this store in business.
Now, you listen to me, Chapman. Those hillbillies can't live on that Western Street.
No, but they can. Mr. Clampett owns a studio, remember? And as long as they're happy there, you know what you can do with your bulldozer.
Yes, I do. I'll bring it over and start on this end of the studio.
Sorry? Foiled again. Mr. Clampett says as long as we're shooting a picture, we can finish it. And Mr. Drysdale, we have started a picture that is going to make Cleopatra look like a quickie.
You're bluffing.
Oh, no. I'm writing, producing, and directing it personally. I call it Spartacus and Ben-Hur meet Cleopatra and Nero at the fall of the Roman Empire.
Cleopatra and Nero meet. That would have to cover more than a century.
Yes. And it may take almost that long to shoot it.
You haven't won yet, Chapman. I'll see this hotbed of nepotism flatten if it's the last thing I ever...
Hotbed of nepotism? Are you inferring that I have relatives on my payroll?
My guess would be 200.
Miss Swenson.
Yes, sir.
How many relatives do I have on the studio payroll?
223.
See? You're wrong. Miss Swenson?
You're welcome, Uncle Larry.
I'll get you yet. I'll think of some way.
Oh, Drysdale, you're beginning to bore me. Why don't you just go back to your mortgage mill and foreclose on some poor widow? I have things to do.
See how you look, boy. Uncle Jed, this is a lot of darn nonsense.
Oh, it ain't, Jethro. Your cousin Ellie needs a practice, and so does Granny. Come on. Morning, Miss Storekeeper.
Well, how do you do? Strangers in town?
Just settled in. Me and my boy here is going to farm a few acres on the edge of town. Thought we'd lay in some supplies.
Well, I'll call my granddaughter. She does the clerking. Ellie Mae, customers!
Howdy. Welcome to Clampett City.
Always got a broom in her hand. Neatest little housekeeper you ever did see. Good cook, too. Make some lucky boy a dandy wife.
Say something, boy.
What'll I say?
Think. Say something about the broom.
You sweep with that or ride it?
Big car, too.
Places, everybody. Get off of there. I thought I told you to unload hog mash. Any young fellas coming courting age?
Can't tell you.
Uncle Jet, this small town living ain't for me. Can I go over to your movie studio and be a movie star?
I reckon so.
First, you go to my storeroom and unload hog mash.
I bet you Burt Lancaster don't unload hog mash.
Well, then he better not ask for work around here. Now get going.
Oh, howdy, Mr. Drysdale. Say, we sure do want to thank you for building us this dandy little town. What happened to your hat?
Oh, I dropped it outside. Oh, Mr. Clampett, this isn't a town.
Well, it ain't finished yet, but it won't take long once the folks commence moving in and settling down.
Yes, but Mr.
Are you all alone?
Yes, Granny. Mr. Clampett.
False alarm, Ellie.
Mr. Clampett.
You gonna buy something?
No, Granny, I'm just here to talk to Mr. Clampett.
Well, sit down, sit down.
Thank you.
You're my first customer. If you don't buy something, it's unlucky.
All right, Granny, all right. Mr. Clampett, you can't live here. Nobody can live here.
Why not?
Well, because this little town is going to be cleared away and all those hills bulldozed flat.
Who says?
Well, that's the plan for Clampett City. You'll have 40-story buildings here.
We like it the way it is.
But you'll make millions.
I got millions.
You'll make more millions.
I don't need them.
Well, surely you want them.
What for?
So you'll have them.
I got them.
But you'll make more.
I don't need them.
How's that look on him, Jed?
Pitiful.
Mr. Clampett, don't you want a city named after you?
I got one.
No. I mean a real city. A city of concrete and steel, towering up into the sky.
We like it the way it is.
But you can't make any money on this town.
Don't want to. I'd rather be happy.
And you're happy here?
Everybody except Jethro. He wants to be a movie star.
He does? Where is Jethro?
In the storeroom out back.
Hold on. You want that hat?
Yes.
Well, that's $1.50. It's really a $2 hat, but I'll make it an opening day special.
Jethro.
Howdy, Mr. Drysdale.
You know, Mr. Chapman is making a movie over at his studio, and there's a part absolutely right just for you.
Come on, let's go.
How about my $1.50?
Can I go too, Paul?
I'm afraid not, Ellie. You gotta stay here and meet some boys.
Oh, she'll meet more boys at the studio than she'd ever meet here.
I'll make it $1.25.
Of course, you'll be in the movie, too.
I'll make it $1.
Oh, please go, Paul.
Well, things has been kind of quiet around here.
I'll settle for 6
Mr. Clampett, there's a great part in the picture for you, too.
Me?
Yes.
All right, take the hat for 50 cents.
Oh, I'm sure they can use you, too, Granny.
Come on, Granny.
Yeah, we'll all be in the movies.
I ain't leaving here until Mr. Drysdale pays me for that hat.
Oh, I'm sorry. How much was it?
How much you got?
27 cents.
So!
Well, now, shall we all go over and be in Mr. Chapman's picture?
Nope. I better stay here and mind the store and make some more money.
I wouldn't worry about that, Granny. That $2 hat you just sold him for 27 cents wholesales to us for $5.
How much profit is that, Jethro?
I'll cipher it for you. 5, double knot.
Never mind. Let's all go over to the studio and make movies.
But my picture's about ancient Rome. Those hillbillies can't live in Rome.
Ah, but they can. Mr. Clampett owns the studio, remember? And as long as they are happy in Rome, do you know what I'm going to do with my bulldozer? Today, the Western Street. Tomorrow, the rest of the studio.
Now, wait a minute. As long as I'm shooting my epic, you can't touch this part.
Excuse me, sir. Caesar's here for you to check his wardrobe.
Oh, good. Enter, mighty Caesar. All Gaul is at your feet.
Where? I don't see it.
Jethro.
Howdy, Mr. Chapman. Or as the feller told me the Romans used to say, hey. Sure sets a feller's knuckles throbbing.
Jethro, why are you wearing that and carrying your helmet?
Is that what this is? Thought it was my mess kit.
Hello, Jethro.
I mean, Caesar. Hey, Mr. Darcy. Smart.
I'm just going to salute the regular way. Hey, Mr. Darcy. Mr. Chapman, would you mind if I just waved? I ain't going to have hand enough left to hold my sword.
The martyr who gets thrown to the lions is here.
Come in, miss.
Hi there, Mr. Chapman. I'm ready to get thrown to the lions.
Ellie Mae, the martyr is supposed to be dressed in rags.
Well, my pa took one look at them. He said nothing doing. I'm in the movies to get me a husband. I gotta look like I can afford a dowry.
Ellie, you and Jethro are going to be absolutely great. I can't wait to hear you as well as see you.
Mr. Chapman, excuse me. Cleopatra is ready for your inspection.
Howdy. Don't be scared, Mr. Chapman. It ain't a real snake.
Remember, today the Western Street, tomorrow the studio. You see that general store that says big opening? Make one. Mr. Crampit!
Hey, that's a dandy big plow you got. What do you figure to do with it?
Plow! If I can find the right spot.
Well, there's some right fair acreage on the edge of town.
That's wonderful. I'll look at it later.
Come in, come in.
Wait in the bulldog. Plow.
When I first seen you headed for the store, I thought you might be going to plow us under.
I'm surprised to see you here. I thought you had moved out to be a Roman centurion in Mr. Chapman's picture.
I moved right back when I seen what a Roman centurion was. That's a woman cook.
A woman cook?
Yeah. They give me this flimsy dress to wear. There's pot lid and meat cleaver to hold. I'm better off running a small-town general store.
Well, I'll get you another part. How would you like to be a Roman senator?
What do they wear?
A toga. It's a sort of a long... Well, never mind, you wouldn't wear it. Well, I'll get back and see if I can speed up the fall of Rome. That's the name of the picture.
All right, everybody, quiet on the set. This'll be a take. Roll 'em.
Scene 8, take one.
Action!
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears and your eyes. Feast them upon these pearls of beauty gathered from the far corners of the world. Beautiful flowers, lovely enough to please even the mighty Caesar himself.
Hey, you watch who you're pushing, Buster!
Keep going, we're wild track.
Who will buy my beautiful girls? Who'll give me a few paltry coins for these visions of delight?
Hey, I will, right here, me. I'll take this one here. Take these right here. I'll take these two. Oh, well, heck, I'll take the whole kit and caboodle of them.
Good. Let's take a break and move to the Nero set in the Coliseum. Got it!
I don't care how many extras are sitting out there on cold marble. I won't play Nero to her Cleopatra.
And look, I guarantee you she will not appear in the picture. We'll be on your close-up for the whole scene.
Then why are we doing all this?
Her son-in-law owns a studio. I mean, you know how it is with these family things, Cousin Vinny.
Well, let's run the scene.
Swell. Okay, Granny, we're ready.
Howdy.
Granny, you won't need the snake for this scene.
I won't?
No. All you have to do is look very exotic.
Like Cedar Barrett.
That's it exactly. You're going to vamp Nero. All right, let's slate it and roll.
10, take 1.
Action! Cleopatra, my beautiful, ravishing, voluptuous queen.
I like him.
Rolling, we'll wild track it.
We will drink a loving cup, my beloved. A special nectar that I have had prepared just for us.
You know something? You ought to lay off the juice. It's putting weight on you.
This wine is prepared from the grapes of my own vineyard, trampled by the feet of 40 maidens.
They ought to took their shoes off. This wine is pitiful. Pitiful.
All right.
Got nothing but colored water.
Let's take a break and settle for the Lion and the Martyr.
I don't know what your 40 maidens have been trampling, but it ain't grapes.
Punch, everybody! 1 hour!
Idiot! Ah, come on! Whoa, boy! Whoa, steady. Howdy, Uncle Jed.
Hi, boy. What happened to the back end of your fancy buckboard?
Well, this here's what you call a chariot. Everybody in Rome drives them.
Standing up?
Yes, sir.
You ought to tell them about Buggy.
Well, I'll do that. First, I gotta fetch Granny a jug of her elderberry wine.
What for? Somebody ailing?
I don't know. It's for some goomer named, Nero. You want to ride back with me?
No, I'll stay here and mind the store. Sure hope business picks up. So far, I ain't sold nothing.
Well, Uncle Jed, it's no wonder folks ain't coming here to buy.
What do you mean?
You ought to see what they selling over the hill in Rome. Well, man, I mean, they got themselves a real special.
What are they selling?
Girl.
Girl?
Yes, sir. Prettiest thing you ever did see. And you can buy half a dozen for just a handful of change.
Scene 20, take 1. Action!
In your lens. That's it. Bring him right across to the girl. That's the idea. Closer. Closer. There. He's got her. Zoom in. Zoom in. Never mind. Cut it.
How'd you like to come over and live in the back room of our general store? I bet you we wouldn't have no mice with you there.
All right, let's try the Nero Cleopatra wine scene again. Now look, this is the 12th take. Let's try to make this a good one. Roll 'em.
Scene 10, take 12.
Go easy on that elderberry, Nero.
Hello, you.
Keep rolling, we'll wild track it.
Cleopatra, my beautiful, ravishing, voluptuous queen.
Yes, Nero.
Let's get juiced. Let's get bombed out of our Roman skulls.
Keep rolling, we'll wild track it.
Come, sit on Nero's lap.
Cut! Come on, break it up!
Would you please go away? This lovely little lady and I are making plans for our future.
Cousin Benny, you're fired!
I couldn't care less. The Queen of Egypt here has offered me a wonderful job in her general store.
You think the Emperor of Rome could afford good wine, wouldn't you?
It was nothing but colored water. One taste of my genuine elderberry wine, and the darn fool proposed to me.
Might not have been the wine, Granny. After all, you were a mighty fine...
Settlers coming!
Places, everybody!
Now, hold on there, Ellie. That might be that Nero fella coming to court Granny.
Oh.
Why?
Well, Won't do no harm to be ready.
Where you going, Shorty?
Jed, going?
Yeah.
Oh, I was practicing El Vernon and me slipping away in the early morning so as not to wake the family.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that. We was always up before daybreak.
Oh, well, that relieves my mind. Now I can sleep.
Good.
Night, Jed.
Night, Shorty. Where you going, Shorty?
Jed, don't you never sleep?
I was just about to ask you that. What are you doing this time?
I decided it'd be real romantic if El Vernon and me eloped.
Wouldn't it be even more romantic if you took Alberta along?
Hey, Dogies, I knew I forgot something. Well, night, Jed.
Night, Shorty.
4 a.m. All's quiet. Now's my chance. I'm a doomed man.
Good morning. Well, the blushing bride.
Good morning, Alverna. Happy wedding day.
Oh, thank you, Mayor Heller.
Is the groom up yet?
No, I didn't think it was proper for me to enter his room unchaperoned.
I'll check on him, Alverna.
Thank you, Shad. Wake him gently.
Oh, I will.
What a shame Mayor Heller has a wife. You two could come with us and make it a double wedding.
Oh, I'm too old to think of getting married.
Yes, I suppose you're right.
Well, it's not that I ain't had plenty of chances.
Oh, I don't doubt that. You were quite attractive at one time.
Morning, everybody.
Hello, Ellie, dear.
Cousin Bess and me want to wish you a happy wedding day, Miss Bradshaw.
Well, thank you.
Ellie Mae, you know I don't like varmints in my kitchen. Now take it outside.
Well, Bessie, I ain't a varmint. She's my friend.
Well, take your friend outside.
Yes'm. Give me a kiss.
Poor dear sweet thing. Oh, what a shame she has to lavish her affection on animals.
What you mean?
Well, she has no man and no prospects. Doomed to be an old maid. And here I am, getting married for the second time at my age.
Just what age is that, Elbert?
Between us, Granny, I'll never see 40 again.
Did you catch a glimpse of 50 as you passed it?
Shorty, wake up. Shorty.
What's the trouble, Shad?
I can't wake the bridegroom.
Well, from the look of that smile on his face, he must be having one awful happy dream.
I bet you he's dreaming about that bachelor party last night.
Yeah, I can't hardly blame him. Mr. Drysdale throwed a humdinger.
Yeah, Shorty the Sheik and his harem girls.
As you can see, each of these girls is a gem of rare beauty, each a princess of royal blood.
Princess?
And you're selling them?
Now, they have been captured, now they are slaves.
True, Master. You may buy us as you would buy trinkets.
I'll take them all. I don't want to break up a set.
Wake up, Chick.
Where am I? What day is this?
This is the day you marry Alberta Bradshaw.
Come on. Get up. Oh, have a heart, fellas. I can't marry Elverna.
Why not?
You was at that bachelor party last night. You saw all them pretty girls. That's the life for me.
That's all over and done with now, Shorty.
It don't have to be. We can have another bachelor party tonight.
Who for?
Oh, Jed. He's single. We can have the party tonight and he can get married tomorrow.
Who'd I marry?
I'm glad you asked me that.
Never mind the answer. This is your wedding day, and your bride-to-be is waiting.
Oh, that floor's cold. I'm freezing.
Well, look on the bright side. Tonight you'll be on your honeymoon.
Yeah, and you can snuggle up nice and cozy with Alberta Bradshaw.
That did it.
Excuse me, Chief. The three secretaries who portrayed the slave girls at the party.
See, wasn't that a great party? Look at these pictures Gloria took. Here I am as the Grand Caliph.
Very impressive, Chief.
Here's a shot of you as the camel driver. Here's one I like. What a great feeling of power that was, to be an absolute tyrant with slave girls to obey my every command. Oh, it's hard to give it up and be the real me again.
Chief, this is the real you.
Come on now. You know at heart I'm just an old softy.
Well, good. As I started to say, the three secretaries who portrayed the slave girls would like to see you.
Oh, fine, fine. Bid the little darlings enter. Oh, they did a splendid job last night.
Come in, young ladies.
Girls, I want to thank you for the beautiful job you did last night. It was a wonderful party. And you were in no small measure responsible for its success.
Oh, well, thank you, Mr. Dryden.
Now, there's something you wish to say?
Yes, sir. You promised a bonus of $100 to the girl who came up with an original idea for the bachelor party.
And Jean came up with the idea, so we think she deserves the bonus.
Do you agree with that, Jean?
Yes, sir.
Do you feel that I should give you $100?
Yes, sir.
Chief, I should like to say that I also agree.
Good. It's unanimous then. Fine, fine. You see what a softy I am, Miss Hathaway. These girls asked me for $100. Now, was I upset or unpleasant?
No, you've been very sweet about it.
Yes, I've been very sweet for exactly 23 seconds. And that is enough. Now get out of here, all of you. Back to work. Is this any way to run a bank? Well, it is.
Where's Shorty?
Still in the bathroom.
Shorty?
What do you want?
Alberta's waiting for you. Come on, hurry up. What are you doing?
I'm shaving.
You've been shaving for an hour.
I got a dull razor.
It ain't that dull.
It's so dull I can't even cut my wrist.
Shorty, unlock this door and come out of there.
I'll be out in a minute, Jed.
Jed, I just thought of something.
What's that?
This room's next to mine, and there's a great big tree right outside the bathroom window.
That's right.
Well, ain't you afraid he'll climb out the window and shinny down the tree?
Nope.
Hi, Fairchild. I'm an awkward size. Too little to fight the bear and too big to flush down the drain.
Shorty, when you coming out of that bathroom?
What day is this?
It's Wednesday.
I'll be out Thursday.
Thursday?
Friday at the latest.
May I come in? Where's my darling little fiancé?
He's showering.
Shaving.
What?
He's shaving.
Showering.
Well, which is it?
Well, Ilverna, Shorty is so anxious to see you, he's shaving and showering at the same time.
Oh! Hello in there.
Who's that?
This is your blushing bride. How soon can we leave to get married?
Saturday at the latest.
Saturday? Shorty, dear, Wednesday's our wedding day.
Okay, see you next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday?
Alberta, Shorty is so thrilled and excited that he don't know what he's saying.
That's the truth. The thought of marrying you has got him just paralyzed.
Paralyzed?
With
joy.
That's
joy.
it.
Paralyzed with joy.
Oh, how sweet.
Yeah, now you just leave Shorty to us.
Yeah, Alberta, we'll have the bridegroom ready in no time.
No time at all.
Thank you, boys.
Shorty, what are you doing now?
I'm about to have myself a drink.
Drink of what?
I found a bottle of alcohol.
Well, Shorty, don't drink that. That's rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, that's poison.
Doggone it, I was hoping to get up enough nerve to fight that bear.
Get it. You drink that stuff, it'll kill you.
So come on out and marry Alberta.
You gotta admit that beast's dying, right, Shorty? Shorty? Shorty?
I'm thinking it over.
Excuse me, Chief. You know, Miss Bell, the little slave girl secretary you cheated out of the bonus?
Now, look, if I hear one more word about that lousy bonus, I'll fire you, her, and the whole secretarial pool.
Oh, no. Chief, it's nothing like that. Miss Bell's little brother, Cookie, would like to meet you.
Oh, well, send a little fella in. I'll give him a free piggy bank.
This is her little brother?
Yes, and her big brother would like to meet you, too. Come in, sir.
What can I do for you, gentlemen?
We understand you had a slave auction here last night.
Slave auction? Here? Me?
That's what our sister told us.
Oh, you must mean the fun slave auction.
Doesn't look like much fun for the slaves. Who's this cat here?
Well, that's the sheik who bought your sister. I mean, Miss Hathaway, explain the situation to these gentlemen.
What do I know? I'm just a camel driver.
Thanks a lot. Really, fellas, it was just a party. You see, these 3 secretaries volunteered to be make-believe slaves.
Just make-believe?
Absolutely. It was just good, clean fun. Miss Hathaway, bring in the 3 slaves. Secretaries.
At once, master.
Great sense of humor. Now, what do you fellas do?
I play professional football.
Oh, say, that is my favorite sport. You play too?
No, I'm not big enough.
Here are the slaves, master.
I'd appreciate it, Miss Hathaway, if you would stop joking. Now, gentlemen, what is it you want to see me about?
About you selling our sister as a slave.
And about that $100 bonus you owe her.
Fine. Now, which one is your sister?
Are you kidding me?
Well, not at all. Will the sister of these gentlemen please step forward? She the one?
You didn't think that maybe the black girl would be our sister?
Well, didn't you know I'm completely colorblind? Well, Miss Hathaway, make out my personal check to this young lady for $100.
Yes, sir.
No, not the green folder, the red one. Well, as you football players know, you can't win them all.
Gone you, Shed Hiller. You had to be a blacksmith.
How do you like the way Ellie and me decorated up the honeymoon car?
Looks real nice. Las Vegas or bust.
You like it, huh?
Hope Shorty don't think it gives him a choice.
He'd take bust.
Come look Look at the sign I put on the back.
Hold on, boy. That's jumping the gun.
Yeah, they won't be married till they get to Las Vegas.
I took care of that. On the way there, they just close this down like that.
Yeah, you done a right good job, boy.
I wanted to tie a pair of old shoes on the back and drag them behind the car, but Granny wouldn't let me.
How come?
'Cause I was still in them.
Oh, Ellen May, how lovely. Thank you, dear.
You're welcome, Miss Bradshaw.
Ready to go, Elverna?
Just as soon as Shorty's ready.
Well, I'll go look in on him. Last time I seen him, he was still tied up.
Come on, Chad, have a heart.
Nothing doing, Shorty. You ain't getting loose until you're ready to drive to Las Vegas and marry Elverna.
Listen, Chad, you know that old mule of mine you always admired so much? If you untie
Stop
me...
wasting your breath. I've already turned down $20 cash in your car.
I'll throw in Elverna.
What would I do with her?
I don't know, but if you think of something, tell me.
Well, Shorty, the time has come.
Oh.
Now, cheer up. Will you see what Jethro and Ellie has done to your car?
Burned it. Wrecked it.
Shorty.
Was Elverna in it?
Your car's in perfect shape, and so is Elverna.
I believe that about my car, but it was never true of Elverna.
Shorty, if you feel that way, why did you ask Elverna to come out here and marry you?
I hadn't seen a woman in 4 weeks that'd been hiding in Granny's root cellar. But when I seen all them pretty girls again, I changed my mind.
Forget about them girls, Shorty. Elverna's got everything they got.
I wonder where she keeps it.
Now, stop that kind of talk. You're getting a fine woman.
That's the truth. You and Elverna was made for one another.
Don't forget, she owns the Silver Dollar City Hotel now, and you two can run it together.
You'll be a dandy team. You'll be the happiest two birds in the nest.
You really think so, fellas?
Absolutely.
No question about it.
I was getting tired running the hotel by myself. Doing all the cooking and cleaning.
Elverna will handle that. She's a dandy cook and hard worker.
You're going to have it soft from now on.
By golly, coming to sound pretty good.
Come in.
Is my bridegroom ready? Oh!
I'm ready, Elverna.
He's just a mite nervous.
Oh, you mustn't be, darling. We're going to be so happy together.
I hope you're right, Elverna.
And here's a little sample of the happiness in store for you. But tonight, there'll be more where that came from.
Well, Shorty, I reckon that clinched it.
It sure did. Tie me up again.
Well, Chief, you seem calm and collected after your little scare.
Scare? Did I look scared?
Terrified.
Now listen, I didn't want to start anything in front of a woman. But you should have heard what I told those guys after you left the room.
What did you tell them?
I told them it was all your fault.
Thanks a lot. And here are the bills for last night's party.
Holy smoke, how am I going to explain these to the board of directors? Oriental tapestries, slave girl costumes, gold chains.
Tell them you were photographing an ad for the bank.
Photographing an ad?
Well, you got the pictures. It's a natural. Beautiful slave girls in chains. Your motto? Don't be a slave to debt. Save your money at the Commerce Bank.
Beautiful, fabulous. It's a great idea. It's good enough to actually use.
I think so. All you have to do is pay the 3 girls.
Nuts to that. I've already paid one of them. See, that's it. We'll reshoot the picture with just Jean. Now get her back in that slave girl's outfit right away.
Right, Chief.
And Miss Hathaway?
Yes.
I'm going to ask the board of directors to okay a raise for that ad idea.
Oh, Chief, that's wonderful.
Well, what's so wonderful? It'll probably put me in a new tax bracket.
Shorty, you'll be right down, Elverna.
You'll be on your way to Las Vegas in 2 minutes.
You know, I've never been to Las Vegas, and Granny tells me they have gambling there.
That's what I hear.
Every kind you can think of.
I certainly hope Shorty won't be tempted to gamble. If there is one thing I cannot tolerate, it's gambling.
With some folks, it's a regular sickness.
I know. Right in my own family, a happy marriage was broken up because of gambling.
Really, Overton?
My Aunt Bertha married a man who was the picture of propriety. Sober, hard-working, church-going. Together, they saved a small fortune. And in one poker game, they was completely wiped out.
What a shame.
Yes. Aunt Bertha was lucky in love, but a lousy poker player.
Let's go, Alberta. I can't wait to get to Las Vegas.
We'll go crank up the car for you, Shorty. Come on, Jed.
I'll go with you, fellas. I got some rice out there to throw on the happy couple as they come out the door.
Alberta, honey, we're all alone. How about another one of them kisses?
You little devil.
Make it a steamer, baby.
Shorty.
Ooh, that was a scorcher. Oh. There goes my poker deck.
What?
I can't leave without that.
Shorty Kellums, don't tell me you play poker.
Poker, blackjack, gin rummy, pinochle, you name it. If it's for money, I'll play it.
Shorty, darling, please don't play cards.
Okay, honey baby, we'll shoot crap. Eight's my point. There's a 5. Cover it.
Oh, Shorty, darling, what's gotten into you?
That old gambling fever's got me.
I didn't know you were a gambler.
I was about cured, but thoughts of going to Las Vegas has brought it back.
No.
There's a deuce that says I make my point the hard way. Fade me, baby.
Yeah.
Miss Bell has agreed to pose for the bank advertisement, Chief.
Oh, good.
And you will represent the villain.
That's it. How do I look?
Not villainous enough, strange as it may seem. You should have a black hat, black mustache, and a black cape.
That's a good idea.
I'll be right back.
All right. Did Miss Hathaway tell you what this picture's about?
Not completely.
Well, it's an ad for the bank. And the idea is don't be a slave to debt. Now, you'll be kneeling with your hands like this, pleading with me, the villain, debt. See?
Like this?
That's right. And I'll be standing over you with a whip, like so.
How's this?
No, Miss Bell. Look terrified, like you're actually afraid that I'm going to hit you with this whip. Just act it out.
Please, master, don't hit me. Please don't hit me with that whip.
I wouldn't hit her with that if I were you.
Hi, fellas. I guess this looks kind of incriminating for a bank president.
I don't know much about bank presidents. How about you, Earl? I don't either. But I tell you one thing, I wouldn't want my sister to marry one.
It's all off. What? I don't dare go to Las Vegas with Shorty. Why? He's an inveterate gambler.
Well, leastways, he ain't a Yankee gambler.
Granny, please come and talk to him. Maybe you can help cure him of this sudden attack of gambling fever.
7, come 11. Be good to me, Dice. Trade me somebody.
That Shorty is a hard rascal to reel in, Jed.
Yeah. Looks like he done spit the hook again.